with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shaz benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow, his taste so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. One ticked off across the board with charge to ward because his code can be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. He's not in burping, leaning ban. It matters not if factory fun is shy or scant to see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending never bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. He seems nearly over it and a win is in sight, with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here and welcome to DSP Bingo for us today, Sunday the 21st of May 2023. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed. We're still waiting for Phil's stream to go live. He's not live yet, for whatever reason. He is in his chat and all that crap, but for whatever reason he's not put his stream on live. So yeah, while we're waiting for Phil to actually go properly live, I found a little video which could be interesting to see. Side Scrollers had Keemstar on and they spent 10 minutes discussing Keemstar's fascination with DSP Gaming.
What do you think it would take to get Darkside Phil in a ring?
I don't know.
And would you do it? What would it take? I don't know. Like, what's the line that you would cross to get DSP in a boxing ring?
The thing is I actually understand the value of Boogie 2988, and I understand the value of Wings of Redemption, and I understand the value of Darkside Phil. I do. They have value. They absolutely have value, but it's not being used the right way. Like this boxing match was a perfect example of, look, they're lolcows, we'll throw them in a ring, and now like everyone's entertained, they love it, and they love them for doing it, right? But he doesn't trust me. So I don't know. If I'm offering you $50,000 and you can't get on the phone call, right? You can't just communicate with me. I don't know what it would take. It would be near impossible. You know, that's part of the reason why I'm trying to figure this guy out and go through and do this documentary on him, is because I want to know who this guy is, because I really don't know. He's a liar. He lies about so much stuff. He was on your show and he was clearly lying, right? It's like there's this documentary on YouTube where, you know, they have all the bank records of somebody broke into his bank or whatever. And it's just like, bam, bam, all this proof that he was buying the wrestling skins or whatever on the mobile game, and he's up here, oh, that's not my account, I don't do that. Like there's a recording of him saying to his stream that he was addicted to this game. Like there's so much evidence, and we're talking about like a gambling addiction. So why couldn't he just say in that moment, yes, that was me, I had a problem, I fixed it? Like, I don't know.
We've said this a lot. We said this, like somebody pointed this out in the chat. They said you guys gave him a golden ticket and he ripped it up.
Yep.
You gave him and he spat on it. So, well, you alluded to this, but I want to go over to. I was on a podcast called That Being Said earlier today, and they really wanted me to get more information about this tweet that you sent out, which you alluded to, but said you've set up interviews with DSP.
Hold on. Phil's crappy stream is now live. We look at that. So let's see what Keemstar to say about that tweet.
And family, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. And unlike him, they like money. So tell me more. What is this about? And you mentioned the documentary. We were kind of talking about it behind the scenes, but I don't know. You're obviously going through it with it. So tell me more.
So when I think of like one of the greatest like docu-series or whatever, it's got to be like Tiger King, right? It's like it's such an interesting story. And I think that's why people are so obsessed with DSP, is because he's so interesting. Like, he does the exact opposite in every scenario that he should do. And you're just like, you're stumped like at some of his moves and how he acts. And you're like, is this a real person? And I'm so curious to find out who is the actual person, because I see him on his stream and he's like, we're going to have a fun time today and we're going to play some games. This is going to be some amazing entertainment and da-da-da. Like, he's talking to millions and millions of people. But the truth is, he's barely making it. And when opportunities come to help him in his career, he shuts them all down. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him talking to another YouTuber other than your show. He doesn't even communicate with the outside world. It's like the weirdest thing, and I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to talk to people that know him in real life. So,
that's the thing. I think we broke him. Our interview broke him, and it wasn't necessarily our interview. It's that we talked about it the next day, and I was. I don't know if you know the whole backstory behind this, but I sent him an email just saying, like, we do not trust what you said. There's so much that doesn't make sense in what you said. But we'd obviously love to continue the conversation. And here's the thing, like, I personally want what's best for him. I want him to get to level 2, as you say, right? I think that would be a great human interest story if he found a way to take that next step in his career, after being at the same level for 18 years. But I truly don't think he wants it. And I think that he is, as been pointed out many times, he has his own bubble. And I think that our interview and just kind of laying things out directly in front of him as clear as possible pushed him further into his bubble. And him leaving that bubble scares him.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like this. He's like got a king complex or something. Like, when he's on his stream, he is the one in charge. All right. You say something he doesn't like, you're gone, right? Certain people get shout outs and da-da-da-da, and he's, we're going to wear the vest if you donate that money. And he's in full control. As soon as he's outside of that element, he's like, no, I need to get back. That's the bubble you're referring to. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what it would take. I don't know what the motivation would be. He's got an excuse every step of the way to just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. But I'm going to find out. There's got to be some motivation somewhere in his life that would get him to do something else. And if he improves his life, if he goes to level 2, I'd be happy too. I think everyone that's obsessed with the Dark Side Phil and clipping him and all that, they would like to see Phil outside in the real world, in a real interview, like where the interviewer is like right next to him. They would like to see like him going to Walmart or something. Like, my vision of a documentary with Dark Side Phil is to like actually like capture who this guy actually is. Because he is playing a character to the max. He's lying through his teeth on his streams. He's saying like, I don't have money to pay this and I don't have money to pay that. But really, obviously he's spending money on gambling and pets and alcohol and also their crazy stuff. I want to get to the real person and understand what is going on here. Is there a mental disorder? Is he actually a scammer? Is he sitting on like, thousands of dollars and people just don't know? I see someone in the chat say touch grass. I would love to see him touch grass. Right. Imagine if you had a piece of content of Phil walking into the park talking about his life and his career. That would be amazing.
Just maybe going to the gym, doing some curls or something. That'd be good. Man, that's awesome. With Phil, one of the big things you mentioned, the 50K. We touched on this in the podcast with the Lolcow podcast with Wings, Boogie. I had Boogie on. I didn't actually get a chance to really talk to him about the 50K, but I'm sure he was pissed at the idea that DSP kind of shot the whole thing down. Do you? I don't know. Let's take a step back. Let's go back to this interview thing. Have you actually set up anything with his friends or family at this point?
Yes.
Care to elaborate?
I don't want to say more than that. Yes, but okay. Well, actually, I haven't mentioned this yet, but there is a little bit of a moral dilemma going on here. So, Augie RFC, are you familiar with him? He's a streamer. Mm-mm. Augie RFC calls me on his stream the other day, and he's like, Isn't this a little fucked up that you're going to interview his family and friends? Like, isn't that like kind of like doxing or intrusive? And I'm like, well, I'm a journalist. If I'm doing a documentary, you got to talk to people that know him. You got to get the story, da da da. And then like, so I'm dealing with this because it's like, I've always wanted to like protect content creators and their privacy, and the idea of like interviewing family members and friends seems so fucking icky to me. And so I've been like trying to figure out, is there another way to do it? Is there another way to capture it without being so intrusive? And at the end of the day, I always come back to, well, I need Phil to play ball. Like I need Phil to sign off and like actually be a part of this film. That is the only way it really works. So yeah, we have contacted some people. We have set up some stuff. We don't have shoot times or anything like that, but you know, we have agreements to put together. I actually have to fly there to sit down with these people because I don't want to do any internet stuff. If I'm making a film, like I want to be there, just like the Wings and Boogie thing that I did.
Right, it's a good decision. Can I chime in on that? Because I don't think that there's, so from a journalistic standpoint, right, what you do is you exhaust your resources. You exhaust your resources to tell the best story you could possibly tell in the most objective way you can possibly do it, right? You've reached out to Phil. Phil doesn't want to be a part of it. So you're going to tell the best story you can tell through the assets that you have. If that's friends, if that's family, if it's the guy at the coffee shop who serves them every Tuesday, then you do that. I don't think there's any moral issue with that personally. I think that as a journalist, if that's the cap that you wear as a journalist cap, I think that is something that's part of the obligation, is to chase the story as best as you can until the story dries up.
100%. You're 100% right. But then there's this other element of like the YouTube community and YouTubers and how they look at that. And they would be like, that's fucked up. You know, that's too intrusive. Like I wouldn't want some journalists interviewing my family members or, you know, my significant others and neighbors and shit like that. That's just like crossing a line to them. So it's this like weird thing that I've been juggling for the last couple of days, to be honest.
Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Would greatly.
Yeah, shut up. So that I thought it was an interesting 10-minute clip there of obviously Craig and Keem discussing, you know, DSP stuff and obviously the possible upcoming documentary that Keem's making as well. Didn't really elaborate much more on like who the people could be involved, but interesting to kind of see that it relies on Phil to a degree. At least that's what Keem's stance is right now. It kind of requires Phil's buy-in, which makes me think it's probably not going to fucking happen anyway. Because if Keem is holding out for Phil to kind of sign off on anything, that's not happening. That ain't fucking happening. There's no way Phil's going to approve or fucking sign up for anything. No fucking way. Anyway, I just wanted to start off the show with that wee random 10-minute clip. But yeah, guys, welcome to the bingo. We're hoping to make it a hat trick today. We're hoping to hit 3 out of 3 on the old full house bingo victories. And people are saying I'm sounding better. I'm glad you think I do. I don't feel amazingly better right now. Like I have a very annoying cough still, which is like very persistent. I do have to keep muting myself just so I can cough. My ears are blocked as well, so I don't know how loud I'm being. I might be louder than usual. But yeah. Your top paper here says, could I explain a hat trick to everyone? When you get 3 in a row, it's a hat trick. Although I know it's like if you're bowling, it's called a turkey and all that shit. Screw it. We're not bowling. This is fucking bingo. We want to win 3 in a row. 3 in a row, hat trick. Fuck it. Anyway, let's spin the wheel and determine today's bingo card criteria, shall we? Comment. Comment looks like it'll be the criteria for today's bingo card. Fantastic. Today's bingo card is a very normal bingo card. Nothing strange or unusual about it, nothing fancy. Snort is centre space, the usual things on the card. Nothing. So yeah, nothing strange about the card whatsoever. I don't want to mess about with fate too much. We need a number between 1 and 200. Well, technically between 1 and 199. The first number in chat I see which contains a number 3 will be the card I pick for today's bingo fun and games. Ever P was the first one I saw with free. Ever P actually had free. So we'll go to the fourth card, which is the third result. Well, you get what I'm saying. The third card is the fourth result. Here we go. So the card on the left. Oh, hold on. Scroll to. Here we go. This card. The left-hand side card is the card we're using for today's bingo fun and games. We got Phil to have dead air. Him say comment, tired, Twitter, and you see. Then you got Phil saying there you go. Him making that annoying T sound. You know where it says excited for Twitter. Interactive. Him having that creepy whisper. And him microphone and bumping it like that. No, shit. I don't actually know that fucking made much of a fucking impact at your end when I was just battering my microphone. But when Phil bumps the microphone, you know what's tell. The third row is Phil having some scat talk of some kind, him saying, wow, him snorting, him saying okay and excited. The fourth row is Phil saying on demand, him slapping that leg of his, him saying chill, him standing up, and him saying reality. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying new games, him giving a years ago story, him saying something style, him being toxic, and finally, him displaying some clown mode. Phil is not live yet, no he's not, fantastic. Good stuff. So let us save the card very quickly. Just bear with me here while I save this card. And okay. Cool stuff indeed. So yeah, for the most part I am feeling better. I am appreciative of people showing concern and people think I sound better, which is good as well. Right now, my ears feel submerged, especially my right ear. My right ear feels submerged in water, which is kind of strange because it's not. But yeah, so it's a kind of strange feeling when it's like you're trying to shake water out of your ear, but you know there's not any water in your ear, but it's all blocked up anyway. It's very strange. So yeah, but other than that, and an annoying tickly cough, I feel all good. I feel better for sure. But not 100% there, but we're getting there. But I'll tell you what would make me feel better, of course, if we managed to make it free on the old bingo, for getting a full house on the old bingo. And of course, today's a very special event for Phil Burnell. This is very special. This is this fucking Fighting Free Street Fighter marathon event. So, because of that, things might be a bit different today compared to other days. So, allow me to go through some of the rules for how to get free spaces. First of all, if Phil snorts 25 times before he starts recording for his first event after the podcast, I don't know how to describe this, Usually big fucking gameplay, but we don't know what Phil's going to begin with after the fucking podcast. But whatever the event is that he's starting off with after the podcast, when he starts recording for that is when bingo would officially end. So, but if he snorts 25 times before that, free space. If he burps 10 times before that, free space. If he hits 100 likes on a stream and blows bubbles for his audience, that's a free space. And if we get 100 likes before we finish playing bingo at our end, that too will be a free space. And of course with that will come a special animation made by the excellently talented Pixar Animations. And yeah, I feel that kind of covers it quite well. Hopefully we can get another full house, make it free out of free. We have a couple of, had a couple of people win recently.
Yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much to Dimmock for subscribing to the channel, much appreciated. But yeah, we're just essentially waiting for Phil to begin the show. He should really begin any time now, essentially. I think he is planning to stream the entire event on DSP Gaming, which should mean that we don't have any interruptions. Like, I don't think it's going to jump over to DSP Reacts after the podcast to film the rest of it. I'm not sure. I can't mind if that's what I know he doesn't like the idea of jumping back and forth. I can't mind whether he plans to do the whole event on DSP Gaming or not. But if he is actually, so yeah, whoever says he is staying on DSP Gaming, when there are situations when Phil is going to jump over to DSP Reacts, there is a backup plan in place, thanks to D-Dog. Been working with D-Dog behind the scenes. He's very kindly offered to kind of have some sort of backup source for me ready to use should Phil randomly make the stream, private or whatever. So there is a backup plan in place should Phil be an arsehole and mess with his own live stream and stop making it fucking available. But yeah, that's also saying like that. It's a good backup plan to have, but hopefully I won't need it. Good to have though, if available, and I do appreciate D-Dog for helping get that set up. But yeah, aside from that, I said we're just waiting for Phil to begin the show. Phil has got a $50 super chat already. Would you look at that shit? Let's read the message, shall we? Looking forward to today's fighting game sessions. But they're all old ass fucking games. Who cares? Oh well, never mind. As you can see, Phil's about to begin the show right fucking now. He's probably going to have some sort of wee brief intro as well, I imagine. So let's unmute it and see what Phil's got to say to lead up to the show. Let's just wait a bit more for the fucking crappy music to end. He's not actually going to. Oh wow, he has not actually got some sort of fucking elaborate intro. Usually, you'd think you'd have so much to say to try and build up this fucking podcast. But no, it's the long intro. So we can keep this shit on mute. Guys, y'all know a drill by now when it comes to the bingo stuff. Please tag me in chat in case I miss anything on the card. I don't try and miss things on the card. I just do sometimes because I am a stupid bastard. Nothing I can do, dude. Bug bingo mechanics and all that jazz. So yeah, if I get 25 out of 25, one of you guys can win a prize. Make sure your name is down to be a potential prize winner. In the link of this live stream is a community post I made asking people to submit their name, leave a comment on that community post. If your name is on there, then it means you're in for a chance of winning the $25 prize if we get a full house today. It's not too late. If your name's not down yet, put it down now and I'll include it if we win today. So yeah, good luck guys, here we go.
Morning everyone, Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 Podcast.
Yeah, that's an immediate. That was an immediate fucking clown mode for sure. Absolutely. Let's just rewind that.
Good morning everyone, Phil here, and welcome to the Level 1 Podcast, where we're busy having fun down here on Level 1. And welcome to DSP's Fight and Feast Marathon event all day long here on DSP Gaming. I hope that you guys are ready for a good variety of Street Fighter related fun, as it is time for us to sit down and celebrate the release of Street Fighter 6, which is coming out in under 2 weeks, if you can believe it. Yes, it's that close. I'm excited for it if you can't tell. I've been talking about it. I've been playing the different betas, and now I'm excited to sit down and play the final game. But because of that, I felt like it was time for us to prepare in a very special way here on the channel. And so today we were going to be doing a lot of good stuff in regards to Street Fighter. For example,
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Warren, for a super chat. He says he looks like a gypsy fortune teller. Yeah, most of them are fucking scam artists as well. Try to fucking take your money for some bullshit fucking fortune. So it doesn't. Yeah, it basically does look like a fucking a scam artist as usual. A gypsy fortune teller. I'm going to predict your future. You're going to have less money by the time you leave this fucking tent.
Street Fighter. For example, it's almost as if something related to Street Fighter is already happening. Anyway, I'll have to think about that for a little bit. For example, we're going to be doing classic Street Fighter runs. That's right. We're going to be playing old school Street Fighter 2, 3, and probably Street Fighter Alpha, depending on your voting. And we're going to be playing the highest difficulty runs in each of the said games. And we're also going to be having character selection where you guys will vote for particular characters that I'll use during those runs. The AI in those games is atrociously annoying. Super cheating. So it should be fun to see how I can do in that. In addition to that, we're going to be doing Tier Maker. not one, but 2 different tier maker rankings as long as time permits, ranking the different fighting game franchises against each other, but also ranking the Street Fighter characters against each other. So that'll be kind of neat. Again, if time permits. Also, food. It is the Fight and Feast after all. And where the food comes in is that I have a Street Fighter cookbook. It's donated by some fans named the Dutch Brothers, and I'm very excited to try out a few of the recipes out of said cookbook here live on the stream. We're going to be trying 3 different recipes. Now, for the first time, I can reveal to you details about the recipes. I'm not going to outright spoil what the recipes are, but I will tell you this, okay? 2 of the recipes are Asian style, Asian food, okay? Out of those 2 recipes, one of the recipes is kind of iffy because one of the main ingredients is something that's pre-made. Like you wouldn't make it yourself. It's something you would buy from, say, an Asian market, all right? Now, the other component of the recipe is something that my wife is going to make completely, herself. So the question is, will the one component be good enough to outweigh the other component? If the store-bought component is crap, then the recipe's going to be crap, right? Now, the other Asian-inspired recipe is going to be something that's all made from scratch, like all the ingredients, okay? But my wife has never made anything like this before. And so it's in question, will it be good or not? We won't know until she tries, all right? The third recipe is American style inspired. That recipe we have a feeling will be good. However, that one is going to be a finale at the end of the show today. It's actually probably going to be one of the last things, if not the last thing that we do on the marathon today. So, over the course of this marathon stream, there will be 3 different Street Fighter recipes I'm going to try live. What I'm going to do is bring out the Street Fighter cookbook each time. I'm going to read you the story and the lore behind each recipe and the ingredients and the recipe itself, and then we're going to try out the food live on the stream. Okay, so that should be pretty fun. But in addition to that, at one point we are going to order just something quick, like some sandwiches or something from somewhere. I might actually have an opportunity to finally like live review like Jersey Mike's or something like that for you guys at some point during the show. And then the last piece of kind of gameplay that I want to do today is actually going to be a battle royale that I set up last night in WWE 2K. It's actually going to be, get this, a 30-man battle royale, but here's why it's going to be really cool. Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat versus Tekken. It is fighting game supremacy. All 3 of these storied fighting game franchises are getting a new game released this year, and 10 fighters from each game will be facing off in a 30-man battle royale. Who will be the ultimate fighting game of 2023? We're going to find out today at the end of the marathon. So this is very, very exciting because we've got a variety of stuff going on. You guys are going to have input into what happens here all day long, and I'm very excited. Now, for clarification purposes, today is Sunday, May 21st, 2023. This is a regular podcast. We will have a regular show here where I'll talk and we'll hype up and we'll discuss Street Fighter events. We're going to do some special stuff here. And then we're going to jump into the meat of the marathon. We're going to start with one of those fighting game runs. You guys will vote. In fact, what I might do in just a moment is set up the poll. Do you want to see Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, or Street Fighter Alpha first? And you can vote on that and determine which game we'll play first. And then after that, we'll do a quick poll for what character would you like to see me play in that first highest difficulty run. And that's how we will start the event. And then maybe go to a tier maker or maybe do a second run. Depends on what you guys really want, okay? So I'm definitely excited for this. First of all, I love classic Street Fighter. I grew up playing Street Fighter 2 in arcades. It was the game that got me to play arcade games consistently. It was the game that got me into competitive fighting games and or just competition in general. Quite honestly, before Street Fighter, I was a little bit antisocial. And
oh my fucking god. Oh my... What do you mean you were antisocial? You're a fucking hermit, Phil. You barely see the fucking sun, never mind our fucking human beings. Oh my fucking god. No, I need a rewind of that. I need a rewind of that shit. Look at Phil being real here.
It was the game that got me to play arcade games consistently. It was the game that got me into competitive fighting games and or just competition in general. Quite honestly, before Street Fighter, I was a little bit antisocial. And actually getting my butt into an arcade and you know, squaring off against competition from all over my local area got me in the mindset that it's okay. You can challenge people. You can be brave. You can be courageous. Step up. Put your quarter up. Play competitively.
Fucking hell, man. You're still a fucking bitch when it fucking comes to direct confrontation. Yes, that is definitely a years ago story. That is without a doubt a years ago story. But Phil, you're fucking brave behind a fucking joypad, a controller. No, fuck off. Face-to-face direct confrontation, you're fucking begging hands and fucking knees not to get fucking hit by fucking Jaha and Mike Watson because you ran your fucking mouth like some sort of drunken idiot. And then, yes, when you got confronted about it, you fucking cried in front of them. Practically fucking wet yourself in front of them. They fucking felt sorry for you and fucking let you go. You're that fucking pathetic. So it really fucking made you a brave little boy, didn't it, Phil?
And so I grew up playing these games in the 90s, absolutely loved them. Started traveling in the late 90s, early 2000s to play them competitively in tournaments. Ended up, you know, doing very well over the course of my competitive career, which is probably around 2000 to 2007-ish. You know, high-ranking EVO results, winning regional qualifiers in EVO and other tournaments as well of that caliber. And I really enjoyed myself. But as you guys know, I'm retired. I don't play competitive Street Fighter at any kind of a competitive level today. I play it more casually. Doesn't mean that I'm not excited for Street Fighter 6. I absolutely am. I loved playing the beta the 2 times that it was the closed beta earlier this year. Hell, the only reason I'm not playing the beta right now is because it's the same beta a 3rd time. I don't want to play with the same 8 characters again, especially because people have cheated. I'm not kidding. They hacked the beta and have been playing it illegally for the past 5 months and have mastered those characters. So there's literally no reason to play this beta. I'll wait for the full game to come out in a couple of weeks and play all the new characters, and then it'll be a more even and fun playing field. But, you know, I cannot wait to play Street Fighter 6 and cover it for you guys. So I said, what's a special way to celebrate the event? Well, let's do a Street Fighter memory lane kind of deal here where we go through the history of Street Fighter together and enjoy all kinds of fun related festivities. So if you like Street Fighter, you're in the right place. Okay? If you don't like Street Fighter, admittedly, you probably will not like today's content because the gameplay, the recipes, the tier makers is all Street Fighter related. And I hear you. If you don't like this, hey, come back tomorrow because tomorrow we're back to regularly scheduled gameplay. In fact, what I should probably do is...
If you don't like it, fuck off.
...is do the schedule segment now to get it out of the way before we start focusing on Street Fighter. I actually talk about my outfit today. I'd like to talk about various things. But let's get the usual business out of the way first of all, okay? So, first of all, let me say this. Today, special festivities going on. As you can see, we have a tips goal. However, the tips goal is essentially just a running total of tips that we get today. There are no tiered rewards today. Why not? Because I'm already wearing an outfit. I'm not going to be putting a hat on and a vest on over my outfit. We're just going to be rolling with what I'm wearing today. So don't expect a tiered reward system or anything like that. We're already doing a special event today.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for just some Ghost with internet access for the super chat. It says, what in the toilet paper cutout is he wearing now? Of course, Just Some Ghost was our most recent bingo winner. And I certainly do hope they got their prize okay. I don't know. I never got confirmation whether it was sent okay, but I think it went through okay. But yeah, Phil is about to explain his outfit choice now. I believe he's trying to portray a Street Fighter character, but yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, man, just look at the whole thing. Take in all of it. Take in every sad little ounce of this 41-year-old man-child. I think I'm gonna stick to full screen for now, just so you guys see all of Phil
today. So don't expect a tiered reward system or anything like that. We're already doing a special event today, so I hope you understand. Okay. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean that there won't be some special festivities and fun. First of all, for every 100 likes we get on the stream, I'll be doing a celebratory bubble blow with my bubble guns, which I just got donated a couple days ago by a viewer. And you guys love these bubble guns. I do too. So I'm excited to be blasting them all day long for you for every 100 likes that we get. All right? Now, if we just so happen to also hit some members goals today, then I will also shoot the bubbles off. So multiple reasons I'll be having some bubble fun here on the stream. Now, in addition to that, there's something special that I do for marathons, and I am going to be doing it today. If I
alcohol, $100 tip equals a shot of fucking alcohol.
See a $100 tip at any point during the course of today. It has to be $100 or more. I'm going to be taking a shot. Now, in previous streams, there have been various different liquors that I've drank. Today, we're doing something different that I have not had yet on a stream. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have a handle, that's correct, a handle of tequila. You're going to see Drunken Ryu today, depending on how much support actually comes in during the course of the stream. All right? Now, I'm not drinking this whole thing. You're out of your mind, okay? I basically just bought a giant thing of tequila just to have for a long time and have margaritas and stuff with my wife. But there we go. We got tequila here today. I got my shot glass, and we're ready to go. However, you have to understand something. Hopefully I didn't just break it. I have to pace myself, all right? And here's what I mean by that. I'm not going to be taking nonstop shots. Right now, if 5 people tipped at $100 each, I'm not going to say, okay, I'm drinking 5 shots back to back. I'd be an idiot, okay? As much as I like to have fun with you guys on streams, I am a professional. I have to put out a whole day's worth of content. In fact, the content I make today is actually going to span an entire week. We're going to have gameplay and the Battle Royale and the podcast for DSP Gaming, but we're going to have multiple different Street Fighter recipe tryouts, and we're going to have 2 tier maker videos, and maybe even a video where I review, say, a sandwich that we order for like Jersey Mike's or something. All that's going to be for DSP Reacts, my sister channel. So I need to make the content. I can't be getting drunk and passing out. That would be pretty stupid. So, number one, that's why it's $100 a shot. If I made it $10 a shot, you guys would have me drinking 27 shots within a minute, and I'd be dead. Can't do that. I have to be realistic, okay? By making it so ridiculous of a goal, it means it's going to be way more reasonable, all right? So, yes, every $100 tip I receive today, I will be taking a shot, but I have to pace myself. Please understand that. I promise you I will take the shots, but I also need to space it out. I can't just be going crazy, doing shot after shot after shot after shot and getting shit-faced, and now I can't do my stream. I'm going to have to balance it. The good news is we are going to have the food stuff in between everything else. So I'll be having these 2 Asian recipes and then a real meal of a sandwich later and all that, and it'll help me pace out and balance out any liquor that I drink today. But if I feel like I'm going crazy and I'm getting woozy, I'm getting buzzed, I'm getting drunk, I gotta cut it back, and that's okay. We'll do it together. We'll handle it together, all right? And it's gonna be a good time, all right? It is. So I can tell you right now, contributions are already coming in. I'm not shitting you. Remember how the podcast works? I basically get through everything that I want to talk about on the show first, and then I do shout outs, and we get to shout outs. That's when I will shout out these contributions, and if I need to take a shot as a result of a contribution, that's when I'll start doing it right here live on the show. All right? All right. Cool. Boy, am I glad that I've got the air conditioner on today, seriously, because I'm going to need it. I get the feeling. Alrighty then. Thank you.
Is that a hint that someone's promised him some big fucking contributions already? I get the feeling I'll need it and laughing about. Yeah, Phil's acting has never been that fucking good. I think someone's already promised him a couple of massive behind the scenes contributions. So I think we can definitely expect to see Phil taking at least 2 or 3 shots of this fucking, what was it, tequila?
Goodness, I have this nice aerated outfit I'm wearing today. Woo! Okay. All right. So like I said, let's do housekeeping stuff first. Let's actually just get through the schedule so that everyone knows what's going on this week. And then once we get through the usual schedule, then we can talk about the festivities today and how to tackle them. We'll probably start doing polls to determine what's the first thing I'm going to do. The headband is funny. All right, let's start with this. This outfit I'm wearing today, all right, is obviously Sakura's outfit, right, from Street Fighter. Okay, no, it's Ryu from Street Fighter. Everyone knows that. This is the outfit I actually wanted to wear for Halloween. This was the outfit I was playing the Street Fighter 6 beta, and I was using Ryu, and Ryu was my favorite character in the beta. He was the character I was doing the best with during the beta back in early October. And everyone was like, oh, you should dress up like a Street Fighter character for Halloween. And I couldn't get this. By the time that I went to order a Halloween costume, all the Ryu costumes had been sold out. The only ones they had were small size, so I couldn't get it. But now, of course, we're in the middle of the year, not even close to Halloween. It made it a lot easier to get it. So I was able to get my size and everything, which is nice. And yes, it's nice. It has the accessories. It also has the belt. I'll show you the belt. The belt is very nice. because the belt actually has this. Look at that. It actually has like kanji on it. I have no idea what that says.
I think it says that DSP masturbated in front of children. I think that's what it says. I'm pretty certain it says something like that. Also, we can tick off stands up. We're doing quite well so far on the old card. Anyone able to fucking translate that? It probably says something dumb. Like Ryu, Street Fighter, Authentic or some pish. You can see his belly, that's right. You can actually fucking see his fucking stomach. Fuck me, man. Jesus Christ.
Alright, but that's nice and fancy. See that? And it fits me absolutely perfectly. The outfit is like exactly my size. I think it was like medium large. So if I tried to get like extra large, it would have been falling off my body, and small probably would have been tiny. So it's absolutely correct. The size for me, it fits nicely. It's cool. It's relaxing. It's a good, you get the nice padded gloves, which I really enjoy. And I'll be honest, yes, this headband is so much better than wearing the Ken wig that I wore back in October for Halloween. Why? It's not intrusive. I'll be able to play games. I'll be able to eat food. And this is not going to be intrusive while the Ken wig was getting in my mouth, was getting in my eyes. It kept falling off my head, right? So this is a much better layout for an extended gaming play session and or marathon like I'm going to do today. So I'm glad that I was able to get this. They do have some other Street Fighter outfits. They're just not that very good. Usually they're crappy, or you have to get them for like a cosplay designer, and those can cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Money,
So I just...
money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Aussie Doom for the super chat. He says, this is just incredibly depressing. Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is Phil's way to build up hype for Street Fighter 6 by ignoring the demo altogether and pretending to fucking be a good gamer from back in the day. Basically, Phil's going a trip down memory lane. He's not going to be that fucking good at the new Street Fighter game. He's looking forward to it, yes, but he's got absolutely nothing to fucking show for it. He is not going to be good enough to fucking compete at a good enough level in Street Fighter 6. Not even going to be fucking close to it. So instead he's going to fucking take a trip down memory lane, go back to Street Fighter 2 and all that shit, where it was at its most prominent in the fucking game.
like a cosplay designer, and those can cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So I just went for what I actually wanted for Halloween and couldn't get. I'm happy I got it, and now I have both the Ken and Ryu outfits. Now you might say to yourself, Phil, will you ever be wearing these outfits again? Maybe, because Street Fighter 6 is right around the corner. And with Street Fighter 6 right around the corner, perhaps I'll do some fun, silly themed events, depending on how Street Fighter 6 goes. If I like it, and we're enjoying the game, and you guys are getting into it, and you're enjoying, you know, entire sessions of Street Fighter or whatever, and you want to see more of them, or you want to have like a scheduled special thing, maybe I will use both outfits in the future. All right, it'd be kind of stupid if I just bought them once and never wore them again. Then again, I do that every year for Halloween, right? I go all out and I spend a lot of money on a Halloween costume, and then I never wear it again. So it's not like I've never done that before. But it is what it is. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I will wear these again for the Street Fighter 6 coverage coming up in, you know, the next few weeks, or maybe not. I'm being asked, can the headband be a hat goal? Why not? This headband is comfortable. It really is. This head is a nice, comfy headband. I'd be down for wearing this headband as a hat if you wanted this instead of a full hat. I would wear this for a hat goal. Absolutely, I would. It's super, super nice. So there you go. Don't raise my guard like this. I'm scaring him, says Mr. Whiskers. What? I lead. By the way, I lead with my left. So everyone knows I'm a righty, so I lead with my left. But then, when you're trying to pay attention, BAH! Just like that. Anyway, excuse me. And by the way, when I punch in real life, I scream BAH! Just like that. I always scream loudly and say BAH. Okay. Brianna says, how many Street Fighters have I played? All of them. Well, oops. Well, when I say that, I mean the mainline Street Fighters. I think there's a couple like, I never played Tatsunoko versus Capcom. All right, there's a couple spin-off games I didn't play, but I've played pretty much all of them, so there you go. Oh, by the way, Jade, it's good to see you today. It's good to see you today, Juan, David, Ortega. There's a lot of people here who are saying hello, and I want to say hello to all the regulars who are coming into the chat today. I hope that you guys enjoy the content, something special today. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate that. Remember, today it's a marathon stream, but it's as if I'm doing 2 regular gameplay streams. The goal today is to try to essentially have a fun marathon where I kind of, you know, have a good day with enough support as if I was doing 2 independent streams. All right, it's not going to be 2 separate streams with $150 tips goals and likes goals. It's going to be 1 continuous stream all day long with the hopes that I will, you know, hit those things kind of cumulatively along the way. All right, so any support you lend is greatly appreciated, whether it's simply liking the stream. That's going to add engagement. People are searching for Street Fighter content right now. To see an asshole in a Ryu outfit, probably they'd enjoy that. Probably not. But anyway, liking the stream would let more people find it on YouTube. So it'd be great if you could give the stream a like if you're enjoying yourself. Outside of that, any support, greatly appreciated. Whether it's a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a gifted membership. Today we're going to have a lot more people on stream than a standard stream. So today would be an outstanding day if you were thinking of helping the channel in general and your fellow chatter, gift some memberships to the channel. People will definitely take advantage of that today, okay? Or tipping, of course. Tips are absolutely great. I really appreciate that. Any tips today would be appreciated. Every $100 tip I receive, I'm taking a shot of tequila. There we go. All right. Is it bubble? People are saying it's already bubble time. You guys are right. We already hit 100 likes, and I've only been on stream for 20 minutes. Now, that's how we get started with the Street Fighter Marathon, ladies and gentlemen. That Fight and Feast hype, ladies and gents. You ever thought you would see Ryu with a bubble gun? Did you ever think you would see this on the internet? I don't think so. Only on DSP Gaming, baby. That's right. You come here for the serious business. Dude, I sprayed so many bubbles right there. They're going everywhere right now. Holy shit. That was a ton of bubbles. The bubbles got all the way over to my monitors over there in the back. Damn. You never thought you'd see Ryu spray you with a bubble gun, did you? I didn't think so. Spread it on. Excuse me. Oh, yes, bubbles have gotten into my eyes before. Absolutely, they have. Robust bubblery, says lady. Very robust bubblery. Only serious business here on DSP Gaming. That's right. Okay, so ladies and gents, let us begin. Let's talk about the schedule for the week, shall we? So here's what's going on this week. Today, it's the Street Fighter Marathon all day long. When this marathon ends, a couple things are going to happen. Number 1, I'm going to upload gameplay elements in the podcast to this channel for on-demand viewing. Number 2, I'm going to upload probably 1 or 2 videos from the stuff today. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do 1 tier maker ranking and 1 of the food vlogs. I'll upload those over to DSP React. And then what I'm planning on doing is 1 video every day. So another food vlog, another tier maker, another food vlog, and then maybe the Jersey Mike's video, whatever it is. I'm going to spread those out over on DSP React. So there's basically new content all week long. Stretch it out for the viewers over there. Okay? But also, after I finish this marathon, I'm going to be posting up over on DSP Reacts on the community tab. The channel members there will be able to nominate the videos for next week's big react show, DSP versus the Internet, which I do every Saturday. So be aware, if you are a channel member over on DSP Reacts, you know, after this marathon ends is when you're going to see me posting up that thread for which you can nominate your videos. Be, you know, get ready for that. I don't want people to not be ready and then, oops, now I'm way too late and I didn't get my video watched on the show. Okay, so that's number 1. So there you go. Now, tomorrow, we're going to get back to regularly scheduled gameplay. All right, so the first stream tomorrow is going to be Star Wars Jedi Survivor here on DSP Gaming, continuing on. We've been planet jumping. The last few streams, we've been going from planet to planet, doing all kinds of exploration. Right now, we're on the planet Jeddah, and we'll continue on with more open world exploration in Jeddah next time around on Monday. Monday night will be the continuation of Oblivion, and we're in the end game of the game. Basically, I could keep going with these optional Oblivion gates, or I could end up instead just going straight into the finale of the story. I guess we'll see what we want to do tomorrow night, what we're in the mood for, okay? And then Tuesday is going to be more Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the first stream, and then the late stream is more Final Fantasy V Pixel Remaster, which has gotten very difficult because we're in the end game now. We're in the final third of the game, essentially, which is the final 4 big dungeons. and then the finale of the game, plus a lot of very challenging optional content. So we'll see how that goes. Tuesday night, and that's my streaming week. I'm off on Wednesday from streaming, but when I come back on Thursday, the goal here is essentially to get as far as I can in Zelda and Star Wars, while hopefully finishing up Oblivion and maybe even getting into the end game of Final Fantasy 5 by the end of May. I want to see as far as I can get in all these games before we finish May, because June 2nd is Street Fighter 6. All right. Now, this means that Ask the King, which is my bi-monthly Q&A show that should have been at the end of May, has been delayed. It will not be this month. I likely will be doing it either sometime in June or maybe even early July.
Somebody pointed out, I think on Twitter, that Phil not doing Ask the King is technically violating the promise he made to his Patreon pledgers, you know? Because one of the perks of Patreon is you can fucking, you know, submit questions to him if you are, you know, on Patreon as well. Give him Phil money on Patreon, you can get a question submitted for Ask the King. So Phil not fulfilling that goal is technically violating his Patreon terms and conditions. Whether anything happens because of that, who knows? I mean, Phil's fucking violated it before and they didn't care.
Rather than me trying to wedge it in when I really need a time crunch here to finish the games I'm playing. So no Ask the King this month, all right? Also, I've been getting questions about early June. Every Saturday, I do my show called DSP versus the Internet over on DSP Reacts. That means that the main stream on Saturdays, I basically spend the entire 3+ hours reacting to videos from channel members. And it's a great show. In fact, yesterday's show, if you didn't see it yet, was really, really good. It was a great variety of videos. So far, 3 out of the 6 videos are live on the channel. 3 more will be going live over the course of the week. If you become a member, you can watch the whole stream right now. It's a little perk of being a member over there. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is it looks like for that first weekend of June, Street Fighter 6 is coming out on Friday. I think it would make sense for me to play Street Fighter 6 2 straight days and then do the React show on Sunday, rather than me only do Street Fighter 1 day, and now all of a sudden we're already taking time away from Street Fighter to do reacting. I think I'd rather play Street Fighter for 2 days. So that week, it looks like it'll be delayed by about a day. Not a huge delay, but a delay nonetheless. And I want to let you guys know way up front, yes, my React show will be delayed by 1 day that first weekend of June, so we can have 2 straight days of Street Fighter fun here on the channel, and then we'll go do DSP versus the Internet on that Sunday, okay? And then in early June, we got Street Fighter 6 coverage pretty much non-stop, but I'll be balancing that with other stuff. And then, of course, we got Diablo 4 coming out. It's going to be pretty crazy, and I hope that you guys will join me for all the fun. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. The one other thing we should definitely start talking about is what should be the special event that I do in June. Because every month I like doing a special event. Obviously, this is a pretty unique special event, right? Last month, we did a long-form React event to the Internet Historian, and that was really fun. We also did a birthday marathon event. Previously, we did a Super Bowl marathon event, right? So what would you guys like to see? What would you like to see for the next one? I would like to do a long-form React. I mean, I love doing those, and it will have been around 2 months now. But the question is, what would it be? I need ideas. I need to know what you guys would like to see me do. Would you like to see me do some kind of a special marathon again? Would you like to see a long-form React event? What is it you'd like to see in June? I'd be down for a long-form React to a documentary or something like that, but let me know what you think.
Shut up for a second. Our first bingo of the game, from bottom left to top right, diagonal line.
Do you want me to go back to some videos from June the King? Do you want me to do a Frederick Knudsen video? Do you want me to do something that's more comedy related, like Internet Historian? Do you want me to see something more serious? Remember Defunct Land, which we were talking about? That's a channel that covers all kinds of old school theme parks and attractions like that, and the history of them and how they're now defunct or redone into something else. We could do something like that. Like, I'd be down for anything like that. So what we need to start doing is seriously talking about this and figure this out. Let's start brainstorming together daily and get some ideas, and then once we hammer one in, then we can figure out what exactly we want to do.
I'm sorry, Phil, can you please demonstrate for the audience how to hammer? I just want everyone to be aware. This is how Phil Burnell hammers. And let's go 0.5 speed.
Hammer one in.
So he typically hammers without looking at the fucking nail when he's trying to hammer in. I guess it explains a fucking lot. There you go. I'm going 1.25. Fuck it. 1.25. We got some little speed up juice. We may as well fucking use it.
Then we can figure out what exactly we want to do. All right. So yes, let's talk. Now, I'm sure you guys are going to start throwing ideas at me right now. That's fine. Today's not exactly the best day to talk about them, but if you want to discuss those ideas, we can talk about them on the podcast today, and go from there. All right. So good stuff. Let's talk about the next event. All right. Outside of that, just so you guys know, yes, it is official. Listen to this. We hit an 18 stream support streak. An 18 stream support streak. That means 18 straight streams, 9 straight days, we've hit all the support goals. Tons of memberships, tons of super chats. Not that we have super chat goals, but hitting all the tips as well. Superb. Yes, I will give a huge shout out to Jinx, who has been the main proponent of this, but there's even been streams where Jinx hasn't even contributed. For example, yesterday's main stream, Jinx wasn't even here till the end, and we had already hit all the goals. So, people have been incredibly generous recently. I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's something in the water. I don't know if there's just an air of positivity around here because I've been keeping drama off of my streams. Whatever it may be, thank you. Really. Thank you. 18 straight streams is pretty stupendous. Now, today I'm only doing one stream. But as I said, since we are trying to make this up as if it were a whole day, which would have been 2 streams, to keep the streak going, I guess we would say, you know, can we hit the $300 that it would have been if I did 2 separate streams of 150 each?
Hold the fuck on, Phil. No, there's no United fucking rewards for the fucking fans. There is no streak. There's no vest streak to fucking hit because you're not planning to fucking change outfits, Phil. So, Phil, there is no incentive for your audience to fucking give you $300 fucking dollars. Why would they? You're not offering them anything in return.
That's how we can judge if by the end of today's stream, we've hit all the goals. Now, let's be honest. Is it going to be that big of a deal? I don't know. It's a super marathon, and usually these marathons do really well. So I'm not really too worried about it. I'm not going to be mentioning it that much. I wanted to get out of the way now so people don't keep asking me all day, how does it work? It's that simple. It's going to be as if I was doing 2 separate streams, which each one would have been $150. So if we hit $300 at any point during today, we've kept the streak going. All right? Although it's going to be weird because now it's going to be 19 streams, an odd number. And every day is going to be an odd number because I did a marathon in the middle of it. I don't know. Or maybe we don't count. Maybe we just say if the streak is going or not. Yes, the streak is, as of now, the streak is still going. Okay? So let's see what happens today. Again, if today is the day when it ends and we don't hit the $300, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. But you guys have been absolutely amazing. I know you guys get kind of hyped for this kind of event, so let's see what happens today. Okay, I'll let you know as things. We already have tips coming in. I will shout out the tips. We'll get the total going after I get through all my different segments here of the podcast. Okay? Okay, game news. There is none. There's no game news. The only game news is that, you know, the Street Fighter 6 beta is currently going on. It's the open beta weekend. And I guess they're doing these tournaments. They're doing these tournaments in Battle Hub. Now, Battle Hub is the online lobby where essentially you wait to play your online matches of Street Fighter 6. And I guess you have the ability to set up these small-scale tournaments in Battle Hub and have people play against each other. And I guess they're not working right. I guess they've been testing them, and a lot of them are having glitches and issues. Not to say that would be a huge deal. Like, who cares if these little mini tournaments don't work? That's really not the whole point of Street Fighter 6 anyway. But it was a nice feature that they thought of, and apparently now that they're actually testing it, it's not working very well. And that's a little disappointing. You know, you get a nice feature like that, maybe you want to get together with a group of 10 people you know, and you want to have a tournament. Oh, now it's not working. It sucks. So let's hope they can work out those bugs. But outside of that, I haven't really heard anything negative about the Street Fighter 6 beta. The only thing I've heard that is negative is that, sadly, yeah, there's a group of several hundred tryhards who basically hacked the beta, which they shouldn't have fucking done. They played it for 5 straight months. They absolutely mastered the 8 characters from the beta. So that's Ryu and Ken, Kimberly and Jamie, Guile and Juri, Chun-Li, and who's the last one? Luke, right? So basically those 8 characters that were in the beta, they've completely mastered them. And it's stupid because there's like insane damage combos. They know how to counter everything. So people who are just the first time trying to play this game are getting completely destroyed and getting disheartened. That's probably the opposite idea of what Street Fighter was going for with this beta. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted people to say, oh, look, get your hands on it for the first time. Everyone's an equal playing field. And instead, you got like 500 people who are just spanking everyone else like this because they cheated to play the game for 5 straight months. It's bullshit. So I guess we'll see what happens when the actual game comes out in June. I'm hearing good things. I'm hearing the online connectivity is very good. A lot of people are praising it, saying it's actually probably the best online Street Fighter of all time, which is amazing. I'm glad to hear that. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the new characters. I want to see how characters like Honda or Blanca play, or Zangief, of course. I want to see how the new characters play. And I want to see maybe a character like DJ, who I used to be really good with the Super Turbo, how they're going to translate into a modern Street Fighter game. So that's the stuff I'm more interested in. But I know other people are like, oh, let's just try hard shit and pick the 8 characters and try to dominate early. I don't care.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mage for a super chat. He says, did he just say that the streak only counts if he gets $300 fucking dollars? What a piece of shit. Phil did indeed say that because he's only doing one big long stream today. He considers it a fucking successful streak continuation as long as he hits $300 for the entire stream. Keep in mind, it's a full day long stream, but even still. He's a greedy bastard. He always will be a greedy bastard. I love how drunk Phil looks. In this little freeze frame here, Phil looks extremely drunk. Like, he looks like he's fucking lost some sort of fucking Street Fighter, like, you know, cash game, and he's fucking drowned his sorrows. And he just realised he fucking spent the last of his fucking money to get home on that last beer. It's a fucking... This is his natural face. This is Phil's natural fucking countenance you're looking at right here. And it's like, he just looks so fucking goddamn miserable.
Today. But I know other people are like, oh, let's just try hard shit and pick the 8 characters and try to dominate early. I don't care. And as you know, I'm not into the competitive side of this stuff anymore. I'm never going to enter a tournament. I don't care about that stuff. I don't need to prove that I'm good at the game. I don't. I just need to have fun with the game and make entertaining content for you guys out of the game. I don't have to prove that I'm some fucking high-level internet tryhard idiot who just sits around playing it all day and I cheated for 5 months to fucking beat the beta. Like, I'm not a moron. You know, I have a life. So... I'll enjoy the game.
We have a life. Really, you could have fucking fooled me. Your fucking life consists of staying at home 6 days of the goddamn week, playing games, purely begging for fucking money for your debt heads, and then you go out once a fucking week to fucking have a nice meal, your goddamn fucking life, and get some grocery shopping in. It's not the most exciting of fucking lives, Phil. Your life is a fucking predictable, boring mess.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to IP2 Always Wins. So Super Chat, it says, God, what a clown. He just got... Sorry. God, what a clown he looks. Just got here as well. Well, welcome to the stream. He just got here and Phil turned up looking like this, and as it's gone on, I swear to fuck you, I mean, he's apparently not touched any of the alcohol yet. He has a big bottle of tequila ready to drink. And it's clear it's been opened already, by the way. He must have had a drink before fucking starting today. There's no way this is sober side Phil.
To fucking beat the beta. Like, I'm not a moron. You know, I have a life. So, I'll enjoy the game. I'll play it with you guys. I can't wait to try to check out the single player story mode as well, which is going to be completely different. That's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a really great game for long form coverage. Not only will we have the initial coverage, the launch week of the single player plus trying out characters in training mode, going online, doing online gameplay with all of them. But then after that, start doing things like a weekly session, maybe where, like Friday Night Fights, where I just play competitively against people every Friday night. But then maybe I could do a community night, where every week we have a community lobby, where people come in and want to play against me or other people from the community, and we could do something like that. It all depends, because we got to see what are the online features. We got to hope that they put in online features that prevent things like harassment and trolling. I don't want to make a community night, and you get 2 idiots in there who are just saying racial shit and insulting shit to everyone in there. It's fucked up. And I got to make sure there's a way to stop that. You know, as the person organizing an event like that, I'm responsible to make sure that it's a safe environment. And if it's not safe, then I'm not going to do it. So we got to see what they've put. I really hope that they put features in, because in the beta, they didn't have anything. In the beta, you're just standing in the Battle Hub lobby, and idiots can be spamming disgusting shit in the chat. You can't do anything about it. Like, there's no way to even shut the chat down. Like, wow, they really thought that out, huh? So that's why I hope in the final version they've had time to work these things in and make it safe. I don't want people going in and it's fucking harassment and shit. You know what I mean? It's one thing if it's harassment against me. It's another thing if it's harassment against my community. I don't want people going in and getting nasty things said about them just because they want to play a game against me. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens when the game comes out. But I'm still feeling positive about it. I'm feeling really, really good about this. Really? So Billy J says he looked up the Japanese characters on the black belt here. He says it means Furin Kazan. It's on Ryu's belt and a banner in his stage of Street Fighter 2. It means Wind Forest, Fire Mountain. Cool. It's like, so kind of like the elements, right? It's like the 4 elements. Exactly. That's really cool. Except, well, I guess there's no water. Wind would be wind. Forest would be earth. Fire is fire. Mountain is also earth. No water? That's kind of weird. Maybe it has something to do with Shotokan Karate, which is the style of karate that Ryu fights in. I don't know. Anyway, thank you. Derek says, awesome outfit. I make a good Ryu. Do I have other outfits? Just Ken. You know, I had Ken for Halloween. But like I just said, this is the outfit I wanted for Halloween. And it was sold out everywhere. But now I was able to get it because it's the middle of the year. And I think it looks good. I like the Ryu outfit. If it's my natural hair color, I can actually have my real hair when I'm Ryu, as opposed to when I was Ken, I had to have the wig on, you know. So I like to have my real flowing locks. When I'm Ryu, right? Okay. By the way, the headband gravitates up on my head. So I need to be sure that I keep adjusting it and tightening it. There we go. Where did I buy the outfit? Amazon, just like everything else. You buy it off fucking Amazon, right? You get everything off Amazon these days. Okay. I need to get a proper M. Bison cosplay. Literally, come on now. You really want me in a full body M. Bison dictator outfit with cape and hat and everything? Like, it's ridiculous. You know, first of all, it would probably cost like $500 or more because it's such an elaborate outfit. Second of all, I'd probably be sweating bullets wearing something like that in the office. Like, this is nice because it's light. Look, open air, open arms. This is actually a cool outfit. But can you imagine me wearing a full Bison outfit? Even better, buy the Bison outfit and wear it to the fucking Street Fighter tournament and enter the tournament and play as Bison in the tournament. Even though Bison's not in Street Fighter 6, you are M. Bison, enter the tournament as M. Bison. I am M. Bison. No, you're Dark Side Phil. Shut up, I'm M. Bison. I'm entering this tournament as M. Bison. Oh my god. I think that would probably be counterproductive. But anyway, thank you guys. So here's what we're gonna do. The next segment, I'm gonna do some shout outs. We have a lot of shout outs to do. What I would like to do is get a poll going. What this poll will do is determine what the first game will be that we're going to play when the podcast ends, all right? So let's get a poll going right now. Okay. Which Street Fighter series should Phil play first today? Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter Alpha, or Street Fighter 3. The reason I ask is because that's actually chronological order, for those who don't know. Street Fighter 2 came out first, became insanely popular, exploded within the competitive scene for games, made arcades competitive, which is really cool, and then Street Fighter Alpha came out and it was more anime-ish, added in things like custom combos and isms or grooves or whatever you want to call them, fighting styles, and then Street Fighter 3 came out after that. So Street Fighter 3 is actually the more modern of those three franchises. So let's vote. You guys vote on which one you want to see me play first. We'll let that go for a few minutes. Then we're going to vote again because you guys are going to vote on the versions of whatever game, because each game has different versions. Street Fighter 2 has 5 versions, Street Fighter Alpha has 3 versions, and Street Fighter 3 has 3 versions. So you'll vote on the version, okay? Seems like people are voting a lot for Street Fighter 2 right now. Okay, in the meantime, let's get to shout-outs. First shout-out of the day is from Chrome Abyss, who's been a member now for 3 months in a row and says Knack 2 is greater than Tears of the Kingdom. Well, there you go. And that is obviously a very informed opinion. Thank you, Chrome Abyss, for sharing it with all of us. We're all more enlightened. And thanks for 3 months of support. We got a giant super chat from Punk Pina. $50 super chat. And they said, looking forward to today's fighting game sessions. Raw! Much support, DSP. Well, thank you very, very much, Punk Pina. I really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. And that's a very generous contribution as well, and a nice sentiment. Thank you so very much for getting the super chat going today. Ryoto Mastermind has now hit their 2-year anniversary as a member here on the channel, earning the Rose Gold Crown. It's really cool. A lot of people this week actually earned their Rose Gold Crowns, which are really nice. So Ryoto Mastermind says, hi Phil, how are you doing? I'm excited for Street Fighter 6. I'm doing well, and I too am excited for Street Fighter 6. I'm pumped for its imminent release, which is why we're doing this event. I'm very excited, okay? Lord Prince Albert just did a super chat, and he says, Ryu needs to channel all the elements to drop a log. You know, maybe they should have done a bonus stage where Ryu punches giant logs and breaks them up. Because he's done cars, he's done barrels, he's done metal barrels as well as wooden barrels, right? He's done, I'm trying to think with SUVs. I think in Street Fighter 6 there's a giant truck. But he's never punched logs, giant redwood logs or something, smashing them with his fist.
Yeah, I'm counting that as scat talk. He could have just walked away from it, but no, he fucking chose to go into it some more, so I'm counting that as scat talk.
That would be cool. But they've never done that before. All right, thank you, Lord Prince Albert. By the way, I'm well aware, with all these poses and things I'm doing today, I'm just giving the internet lots of fuel. I know you're all going to screen capture this and having in different positions doing things. I know it. I'm not stupid. I also took a bunch of pictures of myself that I'm probably going to post up in various places in me in this outfit. Anyway. All right, so Lord Prince Albert, thank you for the super chat. By the way, Lord Prince Albert, you haven't been around. It's no more logs, it's called loafs. He has to drop some loafs, not logs. So you used the wrong terminology today. You have received 3 demerits for your immature behavior. You are in the wrong immature meme. Logs is outdated, so 3 demerits. Okay, let's get to tips.
Here we fucking go.
Alrighty, to start off today, I received a $30 tip from Game Trekker. So let's go ahead and get Game Trekker on the leaderboard. First tip of the day. Let's get a nice animation for Game Trekker. Thank you for the first tip. And let's see what Game Trekker has to say this morning. Street Fighter 6 hype. Here's some support to help kick off your event today. To be honest, old school Street Fighter has never really been able to hold my attention. You know, I did try to watch you play it a handful of times, and I just had to conclude it's not within my personal tastes. I'll still probably check out some of today's gameplay later on demand, though. I'd thought that I should give it a shot, because taking on the bullshit CPUs is a pretty different flavor of gameplay from fighting randoms online, and also I'm looking forward to the Battle Royale regardless. On an unrelated note, I want to say as a follow-up to my tip yesterday, I was never offended. You made some excellent points that never occurred to me. I certainly wasn't looking at the chat when I watched the video on demand. Right, we're talking about 2 weeks ago, he had nominated a clip for DSP versus the Internet. Although it's a funny clip for us to kind of sit and watch together, sadly, that kind of clip is always going to bring in a very immature element to the chat that's just going to try to derail the chat, which is exactly what happened, which is why I didn't really want to go at length on that clip. And, you know, Game Trekker was kind of wondering, why'd you skip over the end of the clip? And I explained, you can watch yesterday's podcast for that full elaboration. But, yeah, here's the thing. It's different being a person, yourself, doing stuff for yourself, or being a person who's making content for a public audience on the Internet. I know that. And it took a while to learn that. But there may be things that very well you can enjoy, but when you're sitting there with a public audience, it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of deal is you got to be careful when you're reacting to a clip and, oh man, does this have adult content in it? Is this something that people are going to misconstrue? Is this something that people are going to turn into something stupid? And yeah, especially when I have a clip show like DSP versus the Internet where I have to keep it moving for 3 hours, I can't have people just derailing with nonsense, and that's why I kind of had to move on from the clip. So thank you very much, Game Trekker. I appreciate that. Now, continuing on. I received a $2 tip, excuse me, from Big Papa Pump. He says, Ryu looks awesome. Have a great time today. Looking forward to old school Street Fighter. Me too. Thank you very much. A nice compliment from Big Papa Pump this morning. Appreciate that. And, let's add that to our... What the heck did I just do? Boy, I'm stupid. There we go. Let's add that to the running total. Very nice. All right. Up next, get this. I received a $100 tip from Jinx.
Nobody saw it coming.
This thing doesn't work anymore. A $100 tip from Jinx. Humongous. Humongous. Thank you very much, Jinx, for $100. And the biggest contribution so far today, and I told you guys I would take a shot for every $100 tip. I will. However, I want to read Jinx's message first to see what he has to say. Keep in mind, all right, what I should do is this. I don't know why I didn't do this to start. Since it's a double stream, it's a marathon, we're going to have the goal at 300, which would have been 2 different streams to keep the streak going. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, so there we go. Our goal is 300 for the day. So Jinx, here's what he says. I'm here for the fight and feast. Is it shot time? Indeed it is, and I'll take it in just a moment. Will the hat and vest goals work today since you're dressed up? I already explained. No, doesn't make sense. I'm in an outfit. That won't apply. Can we get the Ken wig? No, it wouldn't make sense. I'm in a Ryu outfit. I'm going to be Ryu today. I'm not saying I would never wear the Ken outfit ever again, especially with the imminent release of Street Fighter 6. Maybe we'd have a Ken day. Maybe we'll have a Ken-themed day where I only pick Ken, and I dress up as Ken playing Ken. Now, you want to talk about Kenception. Someone dressed up as Ken playing Ken in a Ken Madness online series. There you go. So anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, today's going to be a great and positive day. I'm so hyped. There you go. So thank you very much to Jinx. Tell me how many other people are going to dress up as Ken and play as Ken in an online marathon of Ken. It's time for our first shot. Now, I told you, I'm only going to take shots for $100 tips. And I'm going to space myself. So I'm taking a shot now. It's my first shot of the day. All right? If I get 5 more $100 tips right now, I'm not taking 5 shots in a row. I'm not stupid. Okay? So I'll take my first shot. Now, this is a double shot glass, meaning if I fill it, it's 2 shots. So I'm going to fill it halfway. Okay. A little more. It's actually a little bit more than a shot, but whatever. Okay. Tequila! I used to drink tequila in high school. I know that sounds bad because it is. You know, in high school I was a degenerate. The last 1 or 2 years of high school I was doing all things you're not supposed to do. And I used to go and drink with my friends. We would somehow get like a whole handle of Jose Cuervo. This is not Jose Cuervo. This is Drago Azul. It says it's imported. from Mexico. I don't know. It was good price at the local liquor store. That's why I got it. It's not super expensive or anything. It seems to taste fine. I had a shot of it last night. It tasted fine. But anyway, no, I used to drink that all the time with my friends, and we used to actually have like the salt on the rim, take the lime and go, and take the shot and go crazy. Oh my God, we were degenerates, man. We were. But all right. So our first shot of the day. I should have got Patron. Patron. If I got Patron, the tip's goal for today wouldn't have been enough to buy the bottle. That's why I didn't get Patron, because I'm not stupid. Okay.
Yeah, cheap bastard. Also, that's a bingo because Phil had a whole bunch of dead air there. We're doing quite well in the card. We're 7 away from a full house, but actually we're not. We have a free space already because Phil had 100 likes and blue bubbles. So we are technically 6 away from a full house.
Okay, are we ready? Tequila. Tequila. Some Pee Wee Herman. All right. First shot is down, and now it's time to get sloppy. Very nice. If I have enough shots of that, I will be dancing like Pee Wee Herman on stream to the tequila song. Oh my God. Very good, very good. All right, so let's continue on. Thank you so much, Jinx, for that very generous tip. Our first huge tip of the day. Was it delicious? It was pretty good. It's not bad. It doesn't have it has no aftertaste. Again, this is not pricey tequila, okay? It has no real aftertaste. Like Patron, you'll have like a flavorful aftertaste. I don't have an aftertaste right now. Not really. But it didn't hurt to swallow. You know what I'm saying? Like some tequila, it's so fucking rough, it's not good. So it's like, oh God, it's like eating needles. This was not like that. It was okay to go down. It tasted all right. It's decent tequila. This is probably better for mixed drinks than shots, but you know, I'm not gonna spend $500 on tequila today. Okay. All right. We got a $2 tip here. Again from Big Papa Pump. He says, is there any chance the headband should become a hat option in the future because it's lighter? I said yes. Yes. We will. By the way, look at my hair. My hair is flying over the Ryu headband. Yes, if you would like to see this headband become a hat in the rotation, I would be totally okay with that. I see no reason to say no. It's comfortable. It sits nicely on my head. Fits fine. I would be totally okay with wearing this in the future. Although, if I'm wearing this headband, not with the Ryu outfit, but other stuff, it's gonna look more like I'm Rambo, right? So now I look like Rambo with a bubble gun. Rambo with double bubble guns. Oh! That might work. Okay.
We've got to try. We've got to, like, you know.
Oh!
I thought I was holding both bubble guns. I thought I had a second one there.
Right. So now I look like Rambo with a bubble gun. Rambo with double bubble.
Hold on. Let's go full screen. Let's go full screen. Sadly, I didn't have the other one there. But hold on.
Bubble guns. Oh!
I love how, like, instead of like, look at me, he stared at himself the whole time. He's just staring at himself in the fucking monitor the entire fucking time. What the fuck happened there? Jesus fucking Christ, man. What the hell? I don't know if we can gain anything thumbnail worthy from that. Holy shit, man. But, like, Phil not wanting to look away one bit from the fucking monitor to see what he's like does ruin the immersion quite a bit. When he's fucking got his eyes glued to himself the whole fucking time. Like the fucking egomaniac he fucking is. Apparently I have to check Twitter. Holy shit, I thought that was Steve at first. Is this definitely not Steve? Jesus Christ, that is, like, no wonder thin ice. No, Jesus Christ, that is actually... I mean, why did he make it black and white? Did he make it black and white intentionally just to fuck with you? I think Snort Barnell was intentionally fucking with you, Steve. I think he's been a bit mean. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. The Deer Hunter. New DSP outfit, replacing the bubble gun. Nah, I like that. I like that. Is that a good shout? Hey, look at this. Super Trevor's watching me. And just a fucking clip of Phil on this. Jesus Christ. Get old Super Trevor. Christ almighty, man. But yeah, it's Jesus Christ, Phil. Okay, I've got to like this. It is incredible, this. Wait, this is real. Is this a real fucking thumbnail? Jesus Christ. Okay, enough. That's enough derailing. Right, anyway, as you can see, Phil, so Street Fighter 2 won the first poll. So Phil is now asking his audience, which version should I play? Remember, Super Turbo is the version Phil is best at. So, I imagine if his fans want to cater to his fucking ways, they're going to pick Super Turbo. Just so they can see their fucking, their dear leader fucking play the game he is most effective at.
That might work. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Big Papa Pump, for the tip. All right. Let's see here. I received, get this, a $55, 55-cent tip, and it's from King Toot. Not King Tut, King Toot. Okay. Well, thank you for that. Now, I am going to play the Gunner Glasses animation, but we're not doing Gunner Glasses today. Just for full transparency, I'm already in outfit. Ryu does not wear Gunner Glasses, so we're not going Gunner Glasses. Okay? So, King Toot. Let's add this to the running total. So, 55 would be, that's 189. Awesome. What does he have to say? I'm really happy for you playing old school Street Fighter. I'm going to let you finish, but Street Fighter 5 was one of the best fighting games of all time. One of the best fighting games of all time. All right. So I'm permanently banning King Toot. No more contributions allowed from King Toot. That is just factually incorrect. You can't be saying stuff like that on my stream. It's 100% objectively wrong. Street Fighter 5 is actually the worst fighting game of all time. All right, it's not. I'm just kidding there, too. That's just as bad the other direction. No, it's not the worst, but it's certainly not one of the best either. Okay. King Toot. All right, let's continue on. I received a $1 tip from JTTV. I thought that you would wear a Street Fighter outfit, but I didn't think it would be Ryu. I love this. This tip is for that. I hope you'll end up playing Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting or Street Fighter 2 Turbo. The same game. Oh, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Never mind. That's Super Turbo. We put the difficulty to the highest setting. Yes. Am I using the fighting stick? Yes. Fighting stick and highest difficulty setting. So thank you, JDTV. And by the way, Street Fighter 2 has won our poll. So now we're going to do a second poll to determine what version of Street Fighter 2 I'm playing. Okay? And in reality, there's 5 versions, but the poll can only be 4 options. But there's really only...
Hey, Phil said reality. That's not a fucking bingo. Get up, you little piggy bastard. We're fucking getting our actual house today, whether you fucking like it or no.
4 games that people like anyway. So here's what it's going to be. Which SF2 version should I play? Original SF2, Champion Edition, Hyper Fighting, or Super Turbo. Those are all the versions of Street Fighter 2 over the years, except for Super Street Fighter 2. But Super Street Fighter 2 was basically improved upon and kind of trumped by Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, so everyone would just play Super Turbo today. They wouldn't play regular Super. So, there you go. Okay. Excuse me. So please vote. And then once that's determined, then you guys also got to vote on the character I'm going to use. All right? Cool. Continuing on. I received another $1 tip from Chocoboko. I like how Capcom didn't change DJ. No dark story, no scars or missing arm. Just good old loving, fun-loving kickboxer who loves reggae. You don't think that DJ should be missing like 2 limbs that became cyborg limbs and he has a laser eyeball and he spits, I don't know, cryogenic gel that freezes you in place and allows you to get a free combo? Doesn't that sound like DJ gameplay to you? No, I agree with you. I agree with you because that's kind of the problem that I had with Street Fighter 5. They were like, oh, we're bringing back Vega. Oh, cool, you're bringing back Vega? Yeah, except Vega now is a motions character. That plays nothing like he ever did in any game before, and literally you could just call him any other name because he doesn't really play like Vega, so what's the point of even having him be Vega? That's what I didn't like about Street Fighter 5. It's like they missed the point of bringing back the classic characters. If you're going to bring back a classic character, right, then have them play like their classic character. If you're going to change them, then don't name them the same character. Just make something different, right? It doesn't make sense to say that it's the same character when it's literally not. It's completely different, you know? So, there you go. Continuing on. I received a $5 tip from Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix. Holy moly. He said, Phil, you should dress up as Chun-Li next time. I'm just joking. I was up late last night. I was watching your vlogs that showed you moving from the East Coast to the West Coast. I do miss those kind of vlogs. You did a lot more than just react and play games. Personally, you seem much more transparent back then than today. Oh, yeah, listen. We've talked about this many times over the years. Back in the day, when I used to be mostly a full-time YouTuber who was on demand, okay? I wasn't really a full-time streamer. I didn't have the interactivity and stuff that I have today. I was basically just constantly making videos for on-demand consumption, right?
You were making shite the whole entire fucking time. You still make shite today, except this fucking more interactive shite. Also, you said interactive, which is another fucking bingo. So you keep running your mouth, you keep pretending your fucking content back in the day was so fucking meaningful, but a different kind of fucking meaningful. At the end of the fucking day, though, it's all shite. It's been 15 years of fucking garbage. That somehow, some way, people like Evil AJ and other people were able to fucking make entertaining content thanks to fucking their editing skills.
I used to vlog everything. I used to vlog any change to my house. I used to vlog any trip that I went on, right? It was all transparent. But the problem became that after I was so transparent for a long period of time, people used that when they eventually determined, oh, I don't like Phil anymore. Oh, he doesn't deserve any success on the internet for whatever various reason, because they've all made up different reasons over the years that are all completely different.
Phil, you cannot fucking turn to your audience and beg them for shit when you're fucking showing off fancy new shit in your home. You are going to be called out for that. You can't fucking beg on one hand and then show off your fucking fancy new coffee maker in the same fucking... No, Phil, no wonder you're called out. Should you have overshared that much? No. But you shouldn't have fucking been begging profusely either and then showing off all these fancy new gadgets in your home.
So whatever, I don't even believe the bullshit anymore. They just hate on me because they can. But, so we don't like Phil. Let's now use all that information that he put out publicly to hurt him. Let's use data about his home to dox him, to actually find...
Phil, you dox yourself, you have fucking business cards, we are fucking addressing them. You wearing some sort of dumbass Sonic hat. You were not doxed by detractors. You doxed yourself, you dumb cunt. I'm sick of you fucking trying to claim detractors fucking doxed you.
To hurt him. Let's use data about his home to dox him, to actually find blueprints to his house and post them on the internet. I'm not shitting, that has happened. Let's look around his vlogs for information about him and use it to actually like troll him. Like, for example, I've told this story before. There was one vlog that I had done in my kitchen, and I had accidentally left like a pile of mail on the kitchen counter for whatever vlog it was. It might have been a DSP Tries It. It could have been anything. I don't know. Okay? So they noticed that one of the envelopes was for a certain utility company. They called the utility company, they impersonated me, and they tried to turn off all my utilities without telling me. The only reason I knew it was going to happen is because the company sent me an email saying, okay, we've scheduled to turn off your utilities on Monday. And I was like, what? So, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, any little piece of information is you, or for example, here's another one, okay? When I moved here and I was vlogging, people saw my coffee machine, okay? It was the deluxe Keurig K-Cup coffee machine. That coffee machine is super old. It's the same one I had when I was in Connecticut, okay? So I moved here, and as you know, financial difficulties arose when people started trolling me or whatever. So now I'm saying, okay, please pledge to my Patreon. Please, if you can, support a stream or whatever. And they'd be like, Phil doesn't need your support. He has a $500 coffee machine in his kitchen. What? A $500? What are you talking about? Well, it's because in that day, that coffee machine was like maybe 6-7 years outdated. You can't even buy it anymore. So they went on Amazon, found the model of coffee machine I have from my vlogs, and said, you see, that coffee machine is $500 now. But the reason the coffee machine is $500 is because it's out of print. They don't make it anymore. So it was like the last one you could buy on the internet. So it was like a remnant. It was a rare item. So they were charging $500. It wasn't a $500 coffee machine. You see, this is the crazy shit. These people are nuts. Crazy ass conspiracy level nonsense that they do just because you give them a little bit of personal information, right? I shit you not. Right now, if I walked through my house with a camera in my hand, just a camcorder, if I just did a 30-second walkthrough of my home and then I posted it on the channel, you would hear 100 insane conspiracy theories come out of these nut jobs. And everyone would be something about how I'm a horrible person. Look at this, look at this.
Shit, Phil, you don't need to fucking walk through your fucking little snort for us to fucking call you a horrible person. We'll do that as you fucking sit in your fucking arse right now. You can stay put right there, Phil, and we'll still call you an absolute horrible cunt of a fucking person. The simple truth of the matter is that Phil got so fucking fed up of fucking having detractors call him out for his bullshit. He'd always fucking show off all his fucking expensive shit in his home when he's fucking making these fucking videos. It was Phil's own fault. Phil was inviting this scrutiny. Because he's fucking begging profusely as well on hand and knee with his fucking Patreon as well, trying to shill a Patreon and fucking try and get people to fucking give him more money. And yet he's showing off the fucking new things he's got in his home. He's got some sort of fancy, the fucking bin they had for that home was ridiculous. Some sort of strange fucking auto partition kind of thing, which was like it was an even expensive fucking bin for the kitchen. it was just for a garbage to fucking go. And it's like, of course, I mean, we scrutinise and criticise on a daily fucking basis what you invite us to. And when we fucking find these things and call you on it, you say we're attacking you. No, we're pointing out the things that are fucking wrong with what you're saying. You're begging profusely for shit, but you're spending shit.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
First of all, thank you very much to G4Killer17 for subscribing to the channel, much appreciated. And second of all, thank you very much to IP2 Always Wins for the super chat, who says, begging with a golden cup. But precisely, like, Phil invited us on himself. He should never have made these fucking videos where we could see so much of his fucking home. If he did not want anyone to fucking question the fucking financial well-being of his fucking home and how well he was doing within his own... But any time Phil he would beg that fucking day. He'd make a video and beg that day, guys, times are tough. I'm making less money in my cinema. Please, support me on Patreon. But then they'd fucking make a video with DSP tries or something, and you'd fucking see some new expensive shit. Or you'd see like several empty fucking Tanqueray bottles or something. Every time without fail. So Phil hurt himself with the information he showed to his audience, because detractors had the audacity to fucking point out all the expensive shit that they were seeing in Phil's videos while he was fucking begging profusely. How dare we point out Phil's hypocrisy, eh? That is why he's so fucking butthurt about his shit. He cannot share this kind of fucking information anymore, because he knows the second he does, there's going to be something for us to find. And something for us to call out. And he can't debunk it. All he can fucking do is say, yeah, that's right. It's there, but look how mentally ill they are, they found it. Well, yeah, but he showed it.
Conspiracy theories come out of these nut jobs. And everyone will be something about how I'm a horrible person. Look at this. He's spending money. He's doing this. He's doing that. Nonsensical shit. But it'd be insane. When you have that level of just crazy scrutiny on you on the internet, you have to make a separation between the personal and the public. And that's what I realized. Essentially in 2017, I had like a life reboot. All right. I moved into the new era of my life. I became an interactive live streamer rather than just an on-demand YouTuber. I met my now wife, Kat. For many, 4 years now, we've been married. And, everything changed. And I had an epiphany that year. I said, I need to separate the public from the private. I have to. Because if I don't, people will keep using all the information I share to hurt me. And I think if you take a look at the history of other YouTubers who infamously get harassed online, that's one of the major things, is they share too much. They're constantly sharing private information. They're involving their loved ones on their streams. And it just becomes a big convoluted mess.
You wanted to involve Kat more in your fucking garbage shite, remember? You wanted her to be more involved. She chose not to. She's like, fuck that shit, I'm out, dog.
People being toxic to them and messing with them because of all the information they keep sharing. So, since I stopped sharing so much private information, things have gotten a lot better. I have a nice private life with my wife that is not necessarily negatively affected by nonsense on the internet. All these idiots can sit here and they can illegally restream and they can do all kinds of...
It's not illegal, Phil. We're not doing anything illegal. This bingo's perfectly fucking legal, you fucking sulky little piggy Karen.
By nonsense on the internet. All these idiots can sit here and they can illegally restream and they can do all kinds of toxic, defamatory junk content. Guess what? It doesn't involve my private life anymore, because I don't share my private life, and therefore we have our own nice, safe life outside of the nonsense of the internet. And that's a great thing to have, trust me. I didn't have that for the longest time. And now that I have it, I cherish it. And I'm not going back on that. It's not worth it to go back on that and to put all that I built in the last 4 or 5 years at risk just to make a vlog. You understand? So, there you have it. No, I understand. You're absolutely right. You're talking about 10 years ago. I was a very transparent individual with the kind of stuff that I used to do on the internet. You're 1,000,000% correct. I had to stop because the harassment online got so bad. I had to draw the line so that way I could have a private life. And now I do, and I love it. So, I hate to say it, that's another reason why a lot of people are trying to pull me in the drama shit these days, because unlike them, I have private and public life, and I keep my private life private. They don't like that. Like, oh, everything should be public. You should be like the clown show and just have everything out there. No, I don't need to. And it's none of your fucking business either. The shit that a lot of people don't like me for is private shit that is no one's business and is not even true. It's conspiracy that they base on a little snippet of information that they revealed to the world that shouldn't have been public to begin with. that's what I mean. I'm not going there.
So your logic, Phil, is that we found something out that we weren't meant to find out. It's not true, even though you just said it is true. Still, also, we got a bingo because Phil's being toxic. Technically, we're 3 away from a full house. We have a free space already, thanks to Phil getting the bubbles blown already. So we need at least 3 of these things to happen. Well, at most, 3 of these fucking things to happen. But if we get 100 likes on the stream, that's also a free space as well, remember. So, if you guys like the stream, we only need 2 of these things to happen.
I'm not bothering with that. Drama, I'm done with that shit. You know, moving forward positively with my life. Sorry that you missed those vlogs. You know, I liked doing them, but those days are over thanks to the idiots on the internet. It's the only reason. I would have kept doing them. There was no reason for me to stop. I enjoyed it. But when people are literally harassing me and my family members and everything as a result, it's just not worth it anymore. Okay? Okay. Cool. Let's continue. I got a $1.50 tip from Canada's Got Talent. Oh my God, excuse me. Are you worried about AI and automation? No. I saw an automated golf club bag full of golf clubs pushing itself on the golf course the other day. It's scary. Caddies won't have a job. Whatever. This sounds like some kind of crazy. The sky is falling stuff. I don't know. I'm not too worried about automation automating me. Sorry. I don't think that AI can ever match the true level that is Darkside Phil. Sorry about that. Okay. Mute my mic when I burp. Actually, I'm going to double the volume. Next time, I'll put my mic inside of my mouth as I belch. How about that? There we go. Okay. So, by the way, you guys have overwhelmingly voted for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So, we're going to be playing Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo first. Now you have to pick the character type. All right? So, here's what we're going to do. Which type of fighter should I use in Super Turbo? A hybrid style, which is like Ryu, Ken, etc. A grappler style, which would be Zangief or T-Hawk. A full melee style, which would be more like Cammy or maybe Bison. Or a unique style, which would be kind of like Vega, right? Something like that, like a unique style like Vega or Honda, something like that, okay? Because that's kind of a hybrid. Okay, so vote. Vote on the style. You guys didn't think there were going to be this many options, did you? There you go. All right, let's continue. Yes, we have even more shout-outs to do. Let's continue. I got a $4.20 tip from the Shin Black, who says, of course, today you're going to get back into fighting games. I have to work. Oh, well, I'll catch this on demand. Have fun. Hope you have a great event. God bless. Get 1 spinning pile driver in today for me, fam. Thank you to the Shin Black. Now, Shin Black, just so you know, if you're still here, fighting game content, gameplay will be on this channel, but there's going to be other content that's going to be on DSP Reacts that's also Street Fighter related, but not necessarily fighting game content, meaning like food and tier maker stuff. So be sure to check out that channel as well over the course of the week. There's going to be good fighting game stuff all over my channels all week long. Now, before we continue on with tips, because we have more, I want to swing back to the YouTube side of things. We have Little Crow, who did a super chat and says, why is Johnny from Cobra Kai on the DSP channel? Maybe I'm Johnny's cousin. Ronnie from Cobra Kai. That's me. All right. Thank you very much.
Cousin? Why, what do you, no, cousin, no, you fucking wish. You're Johnny's great uncle. You old fucking dick.
Little Crow for that super chat. And also, thank you to Graphmatical1, who did a super chat and says, you should be the next host for Drama Alert. There you go. I should be the next host for Drama Alert. There you go. I would only host Drama Alert for a signing bonus of $1 million. Then I would consider doing it. There you go. Then I would consider doing it. I spelled the name completely wrong. And that's a signing bonus. That's not including the ongoing pay, residuals. That's just a signing bonus. Then I would maybe consider it. There you go.
I mean, so much for not willing to go into business for any amount of money with Keemstar. I know Phil was quoting he is fucking also not being serious with us, but at the same time, it does not make Phil look good whatsoever. It makes him look like a greedy piece of shit. And if Keem actually called him out and said, here's $1 million fucking dollars, let's do the first episode, what the fuck would Phil do? What in the actual fuck would Phil actually fucking do? Exactly. You'd fucking back out of that ship so fucking fast. Actually, I'm half hoping Keen calls him in the shit and fucking offers it. Because we know Phil's not going to take it. If Phil would take it, he would have to go back on all his fucking morals and everything he fucking said about fucking taking money from Keemstar. If Keemstar offered him $1 million and Phil took the $1 million, it would make Phil into the most massive fucking hypocrite in the world, because he claimed that there's no amount of money in the world that would have fucking got him to go into business with Keemstar. So, when you think about it, either Phil gets $1 million and is seen as the biggest hypocrite in the world, or he refuses $1 million for his fucking stubborn pride.
What's absolutely hilarious is that even though my true viewers and fans know I'm joking, there will be morons who think I'm serious. They will act, wow, he's serious? He would do it? You just can't help some people. You just can't. They're just that gullible. Anyway, let's continue. So thank you, Graphmatical One, for the super chat. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? I received a second $100 tip. This one is also from Jinx. He did a second $100 tip, guys. So thank you to Jinx. That's going to get us up to $301. So already, we haven't even begun with any of the festivities today, and we have already hit the tips goal. It is absolutely official. The streak continues. Okay? So we don't have to worry. For the rest of today, we already can continue the streak. This would be 19 straight streams that we've hit this funding streak. So thank you guys very, very much for that. I appreciate that. And it is time for our second shot. Here we go. Second tequila shot of the day. Refreshing. Yeah. That's good stuff. It's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth for not a high shelf tequila. That's not bad. It's not great. Like definitely Patron or what's that other one? I had one like 2 years ago. That was something really nice. I can't remember what it's called. They have it at a lot of restaurants out here. I can't remember what it's called now. Is it like Don Patrono? I don't know what it's called. It's not Patrono. It's like something else. But anyway, is it Don Julio? Maybe it's Don Julio. That might be it. Because I think they have it in various mixed drinks out here. That might be what it is. Those are smooth. They go down like super smooth. It is smooth. Has a little bit of a burn. Doesn't have much of an aftertaste though. I will say that. Other ones usually have like an aftertaste. This doesn't really have an aftertaste. So, okay. Anyway. Thank you very much, Jinx. That's 2 shots down. I told you guys I would not go crazy with shots. Don't get me insanely sloshed right away, but I will pace myself. Okay, now Jinx says, are you ready to get lit? Let's get the party jumping. Well, that's shot number 2. Okay. All right, let's continue on. I got a $1 tip here. Someone is begging and trying to get unbanned. This is not how you do it. You know the formal ways to get unbanned, and has nothing to do with sending me a tip live on stream, so nice try. I got a $2 tip from Sarah. Says, just please don't talk about drama today. You ignored it the last couple of, week and a half. Let's have a fun, positive stream. Oh, listen, it was a joke. No, we're not talking about that all day. Obviously, it was a joke. See, here's the problem. People are so dumb on the internet. They would think what I just said was serious. It was a joke. My stance has not changed on anything. I'm not going to be involved with anyone in any dramatic capacity. The drama does not get to be on my streams today at all. If I see drama, people will be banned and removed. It's that simple. It's the same as always. Nothing has changed here. Just because I made a joke doesn't mean that, now everything is open floodgates for drama or anything like that, all right? I just say some people are just dumb where they actually believe that, like, because I made a joke that, oh, Phil was serious. He wants $1 million. No. No, stupid. No, I was joking. Boy, I have to actually, isn't it sad that in 2023, not Sarah, I'm not making fun of Sarah. I'm making fun of the people who would take that seriously. You have to understand, in 2023, you have to spell everything out. It's like before you make a joke, you have to have a contract that explains, hey everyone, so I'm about to say something that's sarcastic and not serious. Just so you understand, please sign on the line. And then when you sign, then I can make the joke, right? I can't just make the joke anymore. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. I got a $10 tip. Again, it's someone trying to get unbanned. Listen, I'm going to say it again. You don't get unbanned by tipping during a live stream. You get unbanned by going through the proper motions. You email me, you tell me your name, your account on YouTube, you explain what you think happened. I look.
Didn't Jinx get unbanned live on stream? See, I missed it before when Jinx first turned up, but I'm certain Jinx got unbanned live on stream. Anyway, apparently you guys have hit 100 likes on the stream. Thank you very much, guys. We have 2 free spaces now, which of course means we only need 2 of these 4 things left to be said. And because you guys hit 100 likes, you get the special Bubbles animation that Pixar Animation so very kindly made for us.
Oh, yo, that smells really, really good. I love it.
Every single time. It's incredible and disturbing at the same time, but still fascinating. Battery Exhausted says, I'm still saying he said comment earlier. It is possible for us to have missed things on his card. My ear, I told you guys at the start of the stream, my ears are fucked. I can barely hear it at one ear right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if I miss things on the card. I don't try and miss things, I just do sometimes. If anyone can confirm that Phil said comment, so I don't mind pausing and rewinding and going back and checking, if need be. But we're so close to a full house bingo, we might not need to do that, who knows? It might say again very soon, who knows? But yeah, if I miss anything on the card, just make sure you tag me in the chat and just point out to me as we're going on, you know what I mean? So yeah, and we'll go back and we'll sort it down, whatever, and just to see. I don't mind pausing, I don't mind going back to check these things, guys, because we're so close to a full house and it'd be pretty fucking amazing. Brian says they did multiple times. I'm so sorry I missed it. I'm so sorry. I mean, yeah, I'm not. I mean, I missed it, but I think I remember he was taking the $30 tip and the person had left him a comment. That's at the start of fucking shoutouts. Hold on. Okay, hold on. The $30 tip, that was the very first one, which was Game Cucker. So hold on.
And in reality, there's 5 versions, but the poll can only be 4 options.
Never mind that. So let's go to the start of the shoutouts then. Let's go to the start of the shoutouts.
$1 tip from Game Trekker.
So this is the $30 tip, okay? And let's see if Phil did say comment.
Let's go ahead and get Game Trekker on the leaderboard. First tip of the day. Let's get a nice animation for Game Trekker. Thank you for the first tip. And let's see what Game Trekker has to say this morning. Street Fighter 6 hype. Here's some support to help kick off your event today. To be honest, old school Street Fighter has never really been able to hold my attention. You know, I did try to watch you play it a handful of times, and I just had to conclude it's not within my personal tastes. I'll still probably check out some of today's gameplay later on demand, though. I'd thought that I should give it a shot, because taking on the bullshit CPUs is a pretty different flavor of gameplay from fighting randoms online, and also I'm looking forward to the Battle Royale regardless. On an unrelated note, I want to say as a follow-up to my tip yesterday, I was never offended. You made some excellent points that never occurred to me. I certainly wasn't looking at the chat when I watched the video on demand. Right, we're talking about 2 weeks ago, he had nominated a clip for DSP versus the internet. Although it's a funny clip for us to kind of sit and watch together, sadly, that kind of clip is always going to bring in a very immature element to the chat that's just going to try to derail the chat, which is exactly what happened, which is why I didn't really want to go at length on that clip. And, you know, Game Trekker was kind of wondering, why'd you skip over the end of the clip? And I explained, you can watch yesterday's podcast for that full elaboration. But, yeah, here's the thing. It's different being a person, yourself, doing stuff for yourself, or being a person who's making content for a public audience on the internet. I know that. And it took a while to learn that. But there may be things that very well you can enjoy, but when you're sitting there with a public audience, a little different. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of deal is you got to be careful when you're reacting to a clip and, oh man, does this have adult content in it? Is this something that people are going to misconstrue? Is this something that people are going to turn into something stupid? And yeah, especially when I have a clip show like DSP versus the internet where I have to keep it moving for 3 hours, I can't have people just derailing with nonsense, and that's why I kind of had to move on from the clip.
So it didn't say comment there, okay? But apparently it said it when Jinx gave him money.
So thank you very much, Game Trekker. I appreciate that. Now,
so apparently Jinx's first $100, he says comment there. Okay, that's not too far away. There's the fucking animation right there, actually. So let's just rewind, make sure we get the full context.
Up next, get this. I received a $100 tip from Jinx. This thing doesn't work anymore. A $100 tip from Jinx.
And remember, guys, well, listen out for the word comment. comment is the word that apparently has been said that I missed earlier on. I'm sorry. So we're listening out for the word comment.
Humongous. Humongous. Thank you very much, Jinx, for $100. And the biggest contribution so far today, and I told you guys I would take a shot for every $100 tip. I will. However, I want to read Jinx's message first to see what he has to say. Keep in mind, all right, what I should do is this. I don't know why I didn't do this to start. Since it's a double stream, it's a marathon, we're going to have the goal at 300, which would have been 2 different streams to keep the streak going. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, so there we go. Our goal is 300 for the day. So Jinx, here's what he says. I'm here for the fight and feast. Is it shot time? Indeed it is, and I'll take it in just a moment. Will the hat and vest goals work today since you're dressed up? I already explained. No, doesn't make sense. I'm in an outfit. That won't apply. Can we get the Ken wig? No, it wouldn't make sense. I'm in a Ryu outfit. I'm going to be Ryu today. I'm not saying I would never wear the Ken outfit ever again, especially with the imminent release of Street Fighter 6. Maybe we'd have a Ken day. Maybe we'll have a Ken-themed day where I only pick Ken, and I dress up as Ken playing Ken. Now, you want to talk about Kenception. Someone dressed up as Ken playing Ken in a Ken Madness online series. There you go. So anyway, we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, today's going to be a great and positive day. I'm so hyped. There you go. So thank you very much.
So yeah, D-Dog has tried to go back and find it and they couldn't. Phil said message and not comment. Battery exhausted as well says, okay, I went back, couldn't find him saying comments, so I'm sorry, losing my mind. Look, you're not the only one losing your mind, don't worry. And I never mind going back and checking these things, especially when we're this close to a full house bingo. When I can give back to you guys, it's a fucking good thing. When we're this close to a fucking full house, we are technically only 2 away from a full house. And it's okay, it's always good to go back and be sure of things. So, but I checked, Game Cooker's fucking tip there, no sign of the word comment. And that was Jinx's first tip as well, no sign of the word comment. But we tried, but we'll go back to where we are. And hopefully Phil will say it very soon. Now, where were we?
I'm going to say it again. You don't get unbanned by tipping during a live stream.
I don't know, but this might not be new. Hold on. We'll go back a bit more.
But anyway, is it Don Julio? Maybe it's Don Julio. That might be it. Because I think they have it in various mixed drinks out here.
Oh, yeah, we've heard that, yeah.
I got a $10 tip.
From?
Again, it's someone trying to get unbanned. Listen, I'm going to say it again. You don't get unbanned by tipping during a live stream. You get unbanned by going through the proper motions. You email me, you tell me your name, your account on YouTube, you explain what you think happened. I look
Okay, so I think we're good to continue from here. I think this is kind of where we left off.
Into it. Yeah, I'm not going to I can't even unban you live on stream if I wanted to. There's no way to do that on YouTube. This is not Twitch. I've been on YouTube for 2 years now. You realize that? 2 years. 2. Anyway, let's continue. Returnal did a super chat and says, hey now. Well, thank you very much, Returnal, for the 2.
Hey guys, we're only 2 burps away from a free space as well. We might just fucking use free spaces to get everything we fucking need. This is going very well.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Night Talk 0731 for subscribing to the channel. Much appreciated. Also, Phil unbanned Jinx on the spot. Didn't fucking have to wait until after stream to fucking unban Jinx the first time. So, yeah, that's a fucking lot of hypocrisy right there from DSP. Which is not strange for him.
Anyway, let's continue. Returnal did a super chat and says, hey now. Well, thank you very much, Returnal, for the $2 super chat, and hey now to you. Appreciate your super chat. And Go Team Venture has re-upped their membership for 13 months and says, Hadouken! Hadouken! I couldn't see on camera how that looked because this was blocked. Hold on. Hadouken! That's not bad. Looks good with the gloves, actually. The gloves are really...
It's shite, Phil. It was shite. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Give me a second here. Give me a second. Just bear with me, please, ladies and gentlemen, while I see how this works. Okay. Right, I have the website ready to go. Let me see here. I'll copy that and then put that in, and let's see how this looks. That's actually not bad at all. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking embarrassing, Phil. The money high. This is the money buff right now. Phil's fucking acting more clownish than fucking usual. This is the fucking what happens when Phil gets that money high.
That's not bad. Looks good with the gloves, actually. The gloves are very bright. There you go. Thank you, Go Team Venture, for that. All right, guys, can you believe it? I think I finally finished shoutouts. That was intense. We're at 160 likes. Remember, every 100 likes, we do a celebratory bubble blow. For every time we hit a member's goal, I'll do a bubble blow. All right? And thank you for your support so far today. We've already hit our support goal, which is excellent, right? All right, it looks like you guys have voted for a hybrid character, like Ryu or Ken, etc. So when I say hybrid, I mean someone who could be played in various different ways. So Ryu and Ken, Guile, Dalsim, okay? Those are characters that have projectiles. Chun-Li as well. Those are characters that have projectiles. So they can be played at range and keep away. But also, they're actually quite good if you want to rush down. You could try, rush down combos and stuff. So there's various different ways to play them. You see? So I guess the question is, if this is the case and you guys want, a hybrid character, right? Then perhaps we can look into that. But the question is, even then we need to do another poll, because hybrid characters are kind of a big group in Street Fighter, right? Because you play them at range or you can play them up close. Sagat is hybrid. I would argue Sagat is ranged. Sagat is way more effective at range than he is up close. Up close, he's a little bit weaker. But definitely at mid-range to long range with his tiger shots, he's better. So he would probably be a hybrid. I would say Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, Guile, and DJ. For sure, DJ. Because DJ can be played long range, and then when he's up close, he actually has effective combos as well. Yeah. For sure. So that's what I would say. Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, DJ. Let's leave Guile out of it. Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, DJ. Those are hybrid characters. Okay? Here you go. No, Fei Long is definitely not a hybrid. Fei Long is an up-close character. For sure. It's an up-close kind of melee style, gotta rush you down style character. Alright, so let's end. My nose is itching today. Let's end the poll for that, and let's do one final poll to determine who you want to see me play in Super Turbo then. Okay? Which fighter should Phil use in Super Turbo? Ryu, Chun-Li, Ken, or DJ? There you go. Those are all hybrid characters. Let's see what you guys go for. And this will be my first run, and then after that, we'll see what time it is. If you want to do a second run right away, we could do it. And that could be either for Alpha or Street Fighter 3. We're then going to do a tier maker, and then probably it'll be time for our first recipe. Okay? Cool. Cool. Alrighty. I got more shout-outs. Holy crap. Xantar did a super chat and says, I'm looking forward to the stream. I love your costume and energy. God's divinity is rotting in my head. Any thoughts? I don't know. You might want to seek professional help for that. I don't know exactly what that means. I don't know if that's a religious deal, if that's a psychological deal. I mean, I'm sure there's an authority who can help you, and it's certainly not me. Some jackass and 41-year-old white male wearing a Ryu costume, acting like an idiot on stream, probably isn't the best person to ask those kind of questions. So I would say go seek someone else who's maybe more educated on that.
I'm very glad Phil specified that he was a white male, because I was very confused there for a long fucking time. But don't worry, guys. He's specified it. He's made it clear. He is a 41-year-old white male. In case you were in fucking any doubt whatsoever. Listen again.
Certainly not me. Some jackass and 41-year-old white male wearing a Ryu costume, acting like an idiot on stream, probably isn't the best person to ask those kind of questions. So I would say go seek someone else who's maybe more educated on that. But Xantar, I appreciate your super chat. Thank you so very much. Okay. Let's continue. I've got another tip. A $6.66 tip has come in from Dan the Man, who says, hey, Phil, what's going on, Dan the Man? It's good to see you here today. Thanks for the demonic tip. I always appreciate a nice tip where someone lights my ass on fire in the middle of the bowels of hell. And we don't see that animation often, which is surprising because it's one of the better animations that I have, I feel. I don't know why we don't see the 666 animation too often, but thanks so very much. Appreciate that. I also received a $10 tip. Again, from someone who's trying to get unbanned. Boy, this person... They said, okay, we're going to send an email. Okay, you can send an email. You don't have to tip. I appreciate the support, but you don't have to tip. I'm still not going to live unban you. I can't. You understand? There's very few situations. Like, for example, if someone accidentally got banned right now in the chat, if I could scroll up to see where they got accidentally banned, I could quickly unban them before it scrolls off the screen. That's like the one situation I could do something like that. Like, literally, that's it. You understand? So, please understand that. And, I'll do my best to unban you when I get a chance, but it's going to be a very busy day. I don't know if I'm going to be able to be checking emails all day. We'll see. Okay. Derek says, when you did the history of Street Fighter years ago, Super Turbo gave you a hard time. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, the highest level AI in these games, which is what I'm doing, the highest level AI, is incredibly difficult. It cheats like fucking crazy. It'll read your inputs, and as soon as you press a button, hit you with a move that beats it. It'll not use the rules of the game. It'll be Guile, and you'll jump, and Guile will be walking forward and just do a standing flash kick with no charge at all. And then it'll double, triple damage for no reason. Guile will hit you with 2 punches and take half your life bar. Like, what? That's how these games are in the highest difficulty. They're insane.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Timothy Grimley for subscribing to the channel. Much appreciated. Also, this fucking freeze frame. Like, Phil looks like he's fucking seen into his fucking future and he fucking doesn't like what he fucking sees. Fucking hell, man. The fucking black is the fucking eyes staring right fucking back at you. What the fuck is Phil seeing there?
That's how these games are in the highest difficulty. They're insane. Okay, guys. We have gotten through all the shoutouts. Okay? And we have done a lot of discussion. I'll give you guys a last chance here if anyone has a quick question or, a contribution that you want shouted out right away. If not, we are going to finish up the polls and actually start with my first run of gameplay for today, which is probably going to be Super Turbo, and it looks like right now you guys are voting for Chun-Li. I'm down for that. If that's what you choose. Jade says, I would love to see a Mortal Kombat marathon. Mortal Kombat 1 coming out soon. Mortal Kombat 1 is coming out in September. See, here's the catch about that, Jade. In September, it is actually the month of my 15-year anniversary as a content creator. And what I would like to actually do is a possible series of special events to celebrate my 15-year anniversary. Perhaps do retro playthroughs of games that I played back in the day but never did a full-on streaming playthrough of. Maybe do a retrospective event where we go down memory lane and you guys nominate some of the things from my history that I can go back and react to and do commentary on. Among other things. So if that's the case, I feel like we already kind of have something special I'll be doing in September. So it's unlike this month where we kind of needed some special thing to do to celebrate, Street Fighter 6. I think we're going to have a ton of stuff to do. By the way, Tier Maker, we're going to do a special Tier Maker event where I take all the games that I had ranked for my Game of the Year awards in the last 12, 13 years, and I'm going to rank them against each other. That's going to be fun. Arkham, perhaps we can play Batman Arkham Knight this summer. We shall see. Rugal says, don't forget CPO can react to the data of your input before it even translates into something on the screen. That is correct. So you could press punch, and before your character has the chance to punch, the computer can read that punch and counter hit the punch. Which is basically the computer psychic. A human can't do that. A human has to see the move and react to it. The computer doesn't have to do that. What's my prediction for the Street Fighter 2 run? Pain. Because I'm telling you, the computer's going to cheat. The computer is going to be incredibly cheap, and it's probably going to take me a while to beat it. I'm probably going to need a bunch of continues. I feel. It's going to cheat a lot. I think there's no chance I'm getting to Akuma. Because if you take Akuma, you can't even lose. I don't think so. Okay. Willow likes the costume. Thank you, Willow. Appreciate that. All right, looks like it's going to be Chun-Li. So we're going to have a Chun-Li run in Super Turbo. And then we're probably going to do Street Fighter Alpha. You'll vote on what game in Alpha. And then we're going to vote on, Street Fighter 3. But then we're going to do tier makers as well. It's going to be good variety here. Okay. Are we ready to go? Bama says, does it feel like 15 years have gone by quickly or does it feel slow? It depends. I would say there's been like phases. The whole first few years of, say, 2008 through like when I became a full-time streamer, or excuse me, a full-time YouTuber, were actually a little bit on the slower side. I say about 2.5 years of me doing it casually while I had an office job. Felt a little slow. Then when I started doing this full-time for a living, the years of like 2011 through 2014 when I moved out here were like a fucking blur. I don't even remember them. Seriously, they're that fast. It was that fast moving. Things were so crazy in my life. Then when I moved out here, I would say those first 2-3 years that were sadly chaotic and not very good also were kind of like another phase of my life that's kind of a blur. And now we've got kind of like the modern phase, 2017 to now. And this is, it's moving fast, but it's definitely slowing down. And what I mean by that is because I have a nice, calm home life that I really enjoy, things are moving at a better pace for me. Instead of everything flying by me at a chaotic rate, I get to kind of sit back a little bit and relax and enjoy life. And that's a good thing. Rather than seeing life just fly pass you by, which I do feel like it's crazy. The Street Fighter years, when I was a competitive Street Fighter player, those kind of like, passed me by fast as a blur. And then those early YouTube years, and it sucks. I'm 41 years old, man. I feel like I'm more than halfway through my life. A lot of people are like, oh, you'll live till 90. I don't think, I don't believe that baloney. I do feel like I'm over the hill at this point. And to think of it that way and be like, man, how many good years do I have left? Right? And to think that there's maybe 15 years of my life in there that flew by and I wasn't really like cognizant present. It's kind of weird. You know what I mean? But I'm very much enjoying my life today. Way more than I did back then for sure. So Little Crow did a super chat, says I'll think of waiting for Elena and Ibuki before buying Street Fighter 5. You mean Street Fighter 6? So you like Street Fighter 3 characters, and right now, there are no Street Fighter 3 characters announced for Street Fighter 6, correct? So you're being more skeptical about it? See, here's the thing, again. Street Fighter 3 characters have been both in Street Fighter 4 and 5, but quite frankly, they never really played like their Street Fighter 3 counterparts, because it doesn't really have like the proper parry system or anything. So, even though they were in there, they were always kind of weaker characters. Like, can you name a Street Fighter game outside of 3 where Ibuki or Elena were really good? Because they weren't. So, that's kind of sad. It's like, it's great that they put those characters in there, but at the same time, I wish that they were more accurate and or more viable in competitive play. What's the point of wedging in a character from a previous iteration if the character's not very good, you see? But I hear what you're saying. If it's your favorite, you want them in there. And for me, it's a good hybrid, because they got the classic Street Fighter 2 cast, they got DJ, which is one of my favorites from Super Turbo, and now we got new characters as well, and that's why I'm getting really excited for Street Fighter 6, so. Anso Kamaro says, as a fellow fighting game veteran, I'm strongly opposed to modern controls in a fighter until this weekend. It's actually pretty fun. It has challenge. I'll give it a try. I mean, jury. I probably will. When the main game comes out, I probably will try modern controls and see what it feels like. It's interesting. Ultra Street Fighter 4 Boogie was good in my opinion, says Jeremy. I barely played Ultra Street Fighter 4, right? I played Vanilla, I played Super. Yeah, I barely played Ultra, which is probably why I wouldn't even know that. There you go. No, we can't get a dab. Dabbing? Dabbing is so outdated at this point. Who the hell would ask for a dab? Dabbing is like 7 years outdated. Ruffian Forever, it's not just Aris, it's a lot of older school fighting game players did not like Street Fighter 5, but they were afraid of really being vocal about it during the era of Street Fighter 5, because they were afraid that the community would kind of rally against them, which honestly, I feel it would have. I think that the community knew Street Fighter 5 had to be popular for years until a new game came to take its place, but it's funny, because how many people are now coming out saying Street Fighter 5 sucked? A lot of people. I mean, fucking Daigo said it. People are coming out and saying, yes, Street Fighter 5 was not good. Everyone knew that from the beginning, but people didn't want to say it because they were afraid of being ostracized in the Street Fighter community that needed that game in order to have any kind of popularity or pertinence. Yet, I said Street Fighter 5 sucked from the beginning. I said Street Fighter 5 sucked the whole time. I didn't fucking play Street Fighter 5 after like a year and a half. Right? But I'm the shithead. I'm the whipping boy. Of course. Because I'm Dark Side Phil. I can't say the same thing everyone else feels because, God forbid, that I say anything about anything, right? Okay. By the way, Aris is a Tekken player. You know, he's a Tekken player. So, you know, it's not like his opinion is going to be a huge factor in the Street Fighter community. If he had said, I hate Tekken 7, now that would be huge. He's a Tekken guy. Okay. Anything else, guys? Anything else, or shall we wrap up the podcast for today? What a podcast. What an interesting one, right? For sure. Derek, no, Ultra Street Fighter 4 was basically the end of Street Fighter 4 where I wasn't really caring that much about the game anymore. So I really don't remember much about it, nor do I really care, honestly. It's such an old game at this point, it's kind of not that important, right? See, here's the thing. Sarah says, I think you have a reputation for being overly negative for entertainment purposes that rubs people the wrong way. Yeah, 10 years ago. But that's the thing, because my idiotic haters try to meme that and act like that's it. Now people don't believe a word I say. Anything I say, oh, it's just because he's over hamming it up to be negative. No, I've been honest about so many things in gaming in the last decade, and people don't want to listen, yet I'm right a lot. I'm not going to say I'm always right. I'm definitely not always right. But a lot of the times I have takes that people then later on seem to adopt, or it's proven to be right, but no one wants to listen to me when I make the take originally because, oh, that's Dark Side Phil, he just hates on everything. It's like, well, yeah, but you're a fucking idiot. That's not the truth. That's the dumb meme that the idiots say on the internet, so don't be stupid and believe everything you hear, you know? I love being justified in Street Fighter 5. I said the day I started playing it, I didn't like it. A month after I didn't like it. 2 months after I didn't like it. 6 months after I didn't like it. A year after I didn't like it. I kept saying, there's all these factors in it that make it a bad game. And everyone wanted to say, oh, well, let's forgive it. Oh, well, let's give it a pass. And now everyone's like, wow, that game sucked. Yeah, I said it the whole fucking time. If you said it back then, Capcom would have been forced to fix it earlier and make a better game. Instead, you made Street Fighter V last 5+ years of shit because the game kept getting more money because you kept supporting it because you cared so much about the community and your streams and your tournaments. Just let them make a new one. Tell them it sucks. Tell them they fucked up and to go back to the drawing board and make a better game. Because now they have, and now it looks like we're gonna get a better game. Right? Why do we have to wait 7 fucking years for it? Because people kept spending money on the junk game. It drives me nuts. Okay. Old and newly, I'm going to get beat up by this AI, trust me. Especially if you guys want a Chun-Li. I'm not great with Chun-Li. My Chun-Li is kind of average. Very average. I don't know the advanced techniques, and certainly I don't know the techniques to use against the AI, so this is going to be interesting. JDTV even said, would you have preferred another character besides Chun-Li? Probably. Probably. I would have said, I would have been more comfortable with a classic charge character, like Blanca, Honda, Guile, someone like that. Or is someone who I'm good with in tournament. You know, Balrog, DJ. You know, Chun-Li, my Chun-Li ain't great. Excuse me, I just burped. Little Crow just did a super chat. Says both Ibuki and Elena are top tier in Ultra Street Fighter 4. There you go, the one I didn't play, right? Ibuki can rush down. Elena is a healer and defensive. That's cool to know. Marine X did a super chat. Says I'm 37 years old. I haven't played Street Fighter since I was 10. Should I buy the new one or wait for Street Fighter 5 at a discount? Buy the new one. Act like Street Fighter 5 never existed. You will be very happy. I'm serious. Street Fighter 6 is going to be a great jumping in point for many different people. And I recommend you jump into Street Fighter 6 and ignore Street Fighter 5. It was an abomination. It was a mistake. Street Fighter 6 is looking good. And like they're trying to fix all the mistakes they made along the way. That's what I recommend you do. So there you go. Okay. Oh, by the way, that was, Sam just did a super chat. Listen to this. You're taking shots at noon on a Sunday. It looks like you conquered your drinking problem. Yes, because ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I sit around taking shots at noon every Sunday when I'm normally on stream with you guys all day long. From 10:45 a.m. until like 9:10 p.m. It's almost as if you're stupid.
It's almost as if you're never actually a fucking alcoholic.
Anyway. You can't make it up. It writes itself. I don't even have to try. These people are so dumb. All right. Thank you, Marine X. Let's get you on the leaderboard for your positive super chat there. And a dollar tip has come in. I guess we're never going to start. A dollar tip has come in. Oh, here we go. Someone insulting me. Very nice. I'm definitely going to read the insulting tip. I received an $8 tip from Radical Zangief, also known as Radical Jaws. He says, hi, DSP. I'm excited to see some of your Fight and Feast today on demand. I'm still cleaning a vandalized wall. I thought I would ask a question. Do you think I should try to main Marissa? Is it Marissa or Marisa? I don't know how to pronounce her name. In the new Street Fighter. I never played a Street Fighter game before, and I'm excited to try it. I actually don't know much about the character. I don't know much about the new characters. I've seen video footage, but until I get my hands on the game, I don't know if I'm going to really understand them. But, alright, so here we go. Should Radical Zangief or Radical Jaws main Marissa? Most likely. Most likely you should. So thank you, Radical Jaws. By the way, let's get the 8-ball tip animation for you. There you go. Thank you for the 8-ball tip. And that'll get us up to 317. And climbing, and we haven't even started really with anything today, so thank you. Cool. Mishael, that's ridiculous. He says, if you don't read someone's tip, they can charge back. You realize anyone could just try to charge back at any time, right? I told you the story the other day. So there's a guy who gets tips anonymously, and I don't know that it's the guy, and he's tipped all these tips over, like, a course of a few months, and usually I read out his tip. Well, the other day he did 2 toxic tips that were all drama-related, so I ignored them. Then he tipped again, and he's like, why didn't you read my tip? I said, because they were drama. I don't read drama. He then proceeded to charge back every tip he did for 2 months, even though I read them all out. You charge back whatever you want. I mean, it doesn't mean you're going to win, but you charge back whatever you want and break the law, you know. I can't stop you from committing crimes, but I'm going to fight it, you know. That's the nature of being a streamer. You're going to get a shithead who's going to be stupid, right? Anyway, are we good now? I think we've gotten through everything. Oh, wait, Radical Jaws also did a super chat. I missed it. Thank you, Radical Jaws, for the super chat. All right. Marine X did another super chat. He says, last question. Should I buy on my Series X or PS5? The offset thumbsticks on the Series X control makes me wonder how hard combos would be. They should perform. All right. Hold on. Hold on.
Bruh.
Hold on.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. I just got an email and I need to look into this during a break. We're going to take a break between the podcast and the gameplay anyway. A short one. So. Okay. Anyway. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. As for what I was saying, in regards to the Series X or PS5 version, they should perform the same. Now, I haven't confirmed that. I don't think that there's been like a Digital Foundry review of either game yet, right? To say, oh, they're going to run the same. One will have a better frame rate. One will have less input lag or whatever. We don't know yet. I'm going to get it on the Series X. Now, if you're talking about controls, I don't know. I don't use a gamepad. So I can't attest to that. If I were a gamepad guy, I would tell you, oh, I like this gamepad over the other. I'm not. I don't feel like I'm well versed enough in playing console games, console versions of fighting games on a pad to really give you an informed opinion. I wouldn't want to give you a misinformed opinion. All right. So there you go. I apologize for that, obviously. I wish that I had a better informed opinion for you. I don't. So once I have a better informed opinion, maybe when the game comes out. The good news is it's cross-platform. So if you get it on the Series X or the PS5, you can still play people from all other platforms. So it's not like, oh, I bought one platform, but then less people bought it on that platform, so now I don't have as much competition. That's actually not the case. You should have just as much competition no matter what. Okay. So, oh my God, guys, I thought we were going to end the podcast. Apparently not. So I received a $20 tip from Evo Trophy, who said,
Is he seriously bitching about getting a lot of contributions?
in my restless dreams, I see that town, Bridgeport. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. I'm alone there now in our special place waiting for you. The Evo Trophy. Well, in truth, I never received an Evo Trophy. Even though I did win regional qualifiers for Evo, which were considered majors, but they didn't give trophies out for those. And I also received, what do you call it? I also won smaller time tournaments, but those you don't get trophies for. But I also won, I got 4th place at Evo Nationals, but they don't give a trophy for that either. Back then, they didn't give trophies out at all, actually. Today, I think they do, right? So, the only trophy I have, did you ever see the only trophy I have? Seriously? My Tekken 3 trophy. This is it. This is the only trophy I have. Tekken 3 FYE first place. From the mid-2000s when the mid-1990s when Tekken 3 was a brand new game. That's when I won this trophy. I won a Tekken 3 tournament at the local mall. That's it. That's the only trophy I ever won. Even though I had placings much better than a local mall tournament, they didn't give trophies out for anything. I've kept it. I still have it to this day. Tekken 3 trophy. But outside of that, no, I don't have any other fighting game trophies.
41 years on this planet, and that is pretty much the pinnacle of his fucking fighting career.
Alrighty then. Let's continue because we're not done. So, Dan the Man just gifted 5 memberships to the channel, and they went to Lanuli, Eddie Cheddar, Nemesis T-Type, Ruffian Forever. But I don't know who got the 5th one because it's not saying. I think it was Bizlier. Bizlier? There you go. Congratulations to the 5 of you on getting gifted memberships, and thank you, Dan the Man, for supporting the channel. That's going to get us up to 758. 758 memberships today. Thank you, thank you. Continuing on, because yes, I'm not kidding, we're still not done with shoutouts. I received a $1 tip from Big Papa Pump. If the CPU isn't fun for you with Chun-Li, would you consider switching to Blanca after a number of retries? Perhaps. Let's see what happens. I feel like I could do it. I feel like even if it takes a while, I'm still going to beat the CPU. I don't think it's going to be like me losing nonstop or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we will accomplish it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jinx has just tipped me another $100. Yes, another $100, if you can believe it. So I need to take a 3rd shot here on the podcast. Okay. A 3rd freaking shot here on the podcast. Okay? Here we go. I don't know if we're ever going to get to the content. It might just be me sitting here talking with you, taking shots and doing shout-outs the whole stream. Right? Okay. After this, I think I need to take a little bit of a shot break. You know what I'm saying? Probably a good idea. Okay. Ready? Tequila. Woo! All right. Shout out to Hypnotic Jinx, who gifted a membership, and it went to Stealthy Kupo. Then he gifted a second membership, and it went to Jimmy. So with those 2 gifted memberships, we've now hit 760, okay? So considering that we've hit and exceeded all the goals before we even started with any real gaming content or even tier maker content, I feel like we should up the ante a little bit with the goal for today. But in the meantime, because we hit the goal, it is time for a celebratory bubble blow. Thank you for all the support this morning, everybody. Ah, there it is. Delayed action bubbles for you all. Yeah. Ryu spreading on the Hadouken bubbles. Take that. Very nice.
In case anyone's curious, no, that is not an extra free space. 200 likes from Phil would be a free space and him blowing more bubbles for that. He has got 200 likes now, but I'm not sure if he started gameplay yet. Actually, I don't think he has. Guys, we might have 3 free spaces. Because Phil's not recorded for gameplay yet. He's like, holy shit.
They're exploding everywhere. Very good. Good lord. All right, we also have Sorry I'm No Hero, who did a super chat, says please play, please. I will. I swear to you, we're going to play. Like I said, I want to take a brief break to use the restroom and stuff before we start with the gameplay. But outside of that, I will start the gameplay shortly, I swear to you. And Lord Unitas did a super chat. Sorry, I've got kids to feed, laughing out loud. But I will say, I'll give you props for Street Fighter 2 Turbo, 4th place. Not easy to go that hard playing top players. That was an insane year. It was the black bracket of death that I was in, meaning all the top players were somehow in the same bracket, and they were all going to eliminate each other. And I was in the bracket, and I'm the one who came out of the bracket, not them. I beat them all.
I'm pretty sure, right? That was a tournament that a lot of the top American players boycotted. There was a big boycott for some major players. That's the one Phil came forth at.
All and eliminated all them for the tournament while I was in the bracket and made it to the finals. They didn't like that too much. So thank you, Lord Unitas, for that. Big Papa Pump just gifted a membership. And it went to LOL, yeah. Congrats to LOL, yeah. Okay, But anyway, thank you to, who is this, Lord Unitas? No, Marine X just did a super chat. Someone named a nerd guy went to my channel asking if I dislike you. I'm not sure if he's a mod. No, he is not. He's an asshole. He's a troll. I have a channel. I don't troll anyone. Marine X is this simple. When you contribute to people on the internet, if you have a YouTube channel.
Wait a second. What did the start of that message say?
Okay, But anyway, thank you to, who is this, Lord Unitas? No, Marine X just did a super chat. Someone named a nerd guy went to my channel asking if I dislike you. I'm not sure if he's a mod. No, he is not. He's an
damn it. I wasn't sure if it said comment or not. I was looking for them to say comment. Damn it.
Asshole, he's a troll. I have a channel. I don't troll anyone. Marine X is this simple. When you contribute to people on the internet, if you have a YouTube channel, some people might come troll you. And I apologize for that. It's going to happen. You got to just ban them and move on, ignore them. The more you talk about them and the more you entertain their nonsense, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for a rise out of you. They're looking for attention. If you give them that attention, sadly, that's just going to give them what they're looking for, and they're not going to, they're not going to stop. So ignore their nonsense. If you want to do a super chat,
hey, he has burped 10 times. So we have free spaces right now. And because of Phil liking, it's like, so 100 likes here, free space. 10 burps, free space. Phil get 100 likes, free space. But Phil is on 200 likes. And he's not recording for gameplay yet. So we might have 4 free spaces here.
Thank you so much, but ignore the bullshit from them, and that's the best course of action, in my opinion. Okay, that's Marine. Are we good now? Are we? I think we are. I think we're finally good. I've done all the shout-outs. All right, guys, it's time to end the show. Thank you for an extended podcast. Let's end the Level 1 podcast, all right? Big Papa Pump gifted another membership. This one went to Marvin Martian. So that's two memberships, by the way. We're at 6762. All right, guys, thank you for a great show. I do need to get to actual gameplay, I swear. Thank you very much for everything. It's been a great podcast so far. I hope that you've enjoyed it. And I hope to see you for the actual content. There's going to be gameplay of Street Fighter. There's going to be tier maker. There's going to be food. All this stuff's going to be happening. All right, so thank you for a good intro. But now it's time to get to the meat of our event. Thank you all. And as always, happy spring. Don't let the pollen get to you. And I will see you soon. Okay. Hood. All right, good stuff, guys. We're going to get set up here. I'm ready to go, actually, with the gameplay. But like I said, I do want to use the restroom briefly before we jump into the gameplay. I made my camera small on purpose because I want you to be able to see the gameplay. With Street Fighter, you know, you don't want to have the energy bars or anything blocked. So I hope that this will be a good position. I guess we'll find out. I might even want to get rid of the overlay bar at the bottom of the screen. I'm not sure. Okay. All right. Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, did a super chat. Said Kakarot. And then Little Crow just did a super chat. Said $20 bounty if you beat it without continuing on the highest rank. We're already doing the highest rank difficulty. He's saying if you beat it without continuing. I think I'm gonna have to continue. Especially because I'm playing with Chun-Li, and I'm not good with Chun-Li. I'm just kind of average. So I don't think I'm gonna do that well. We'll try though. Okay, I'll do my best. Okay. Here we are. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. I am officially gonna go on a few minutes break. I'm gonna use the restroom. It's gonna be like 5 minutes. It's not gonna be a long break, but I do want to go on this break to use the restroom and then jump back and get full capacity in here. All right. So thank you. I'll be back shortly with my first AI run in Street Fighter Super Turbo with Chun-Li, and then we'll continue on. But thank you all. Amazing pre-stream, obviously. Thank you for all the support, and I'll be back shortly.
12:58 p.m. Those words were said, okay? So, 12:58 p.m. Let's fast forward. Let's fast forward some more. There we go there. 12:58 p.m. to 1:10 p.m. Holy shit. That was... Okay, that was a bit more than 5 minutes.
Okay, everybody, I am coming back. It is time to actually get into some gameplay and fun here on the stream. Thanks for a great podcast. Thanks for waiting there. A little bit of stuff I had to do quickly, but now we're ready to jump into the meat of it. So I think we're going to do at least one run in Street Fighter, maybe two, depending on how long it takes. Then we'll probably start with a tier maker event. And then in the meantime, if any of the Street Fighter cookbook recipes are ready, I'll let you know, because my wife will be making them over the course of the day. And I'm assuming she'll probably make one within an hour or two to try the first one. We have 3 coming over the course of today, which will be pretty neat. All right, so here we go. And by the way, I have to take the gloves off to play. I can't play the game with gloves on, obviously. I have no idea what these memes are, Brianna. It's as foreign to me as it is to you. People come into my chat with these memes. I don't know what they mean. Sometimes I find out about them after the fact, and they're really stupid. I hope it's not something negative. I wouldn't know. I'm the last person to know usually. Okay, hold on a second here. Just gonna wipe some dust off the top of my joystick. What did I just do? Did I start the game? I did. I guess that's fine. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of hard to play games with big gloves on your hands, right? Jay's excited. I'm glad you're excited, Jade. Jumping back into classic Street Fighter. This should be challenging, seriously. I don't foresee this being too easy. Being that this is going to be the hardest AI level. I can just leave it plugged into here, actually. That's fine. Okay, ready? Everyone's excited? Am I buzzing yet? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Stealthy Kubo says, where's your current Asta King thread? I only see the previous one. Hold on. It shouldn't be the previous one. Let's double check. No, if you click on the link in the chat, it pops up May 25th, 2023. You have to type ! Asta King, and then it should be fine. That should be the link to the current thread, okay? Okay. You mean on my community tab in the channel? I didn't post up a new link to on the community tab in the channel. You're right. I don't think I did because we're not doing Asta King this month, Stealthy Kupo. It's actually going to be delayed until at least next month. I don't know if you've been around Stealthy Kupo, so there's no Asta King this month because I got to really focus in on the games I'm playing right now to get as far as I can before Street Fighter 6 comes out. So, yeah, don't worry about that. You don't have to get your questions in because it's not going to be for a bit. So, all right. So, arcade mode, Super Turbo, and we're going to go to options, and we're going to make sure that I'm playing on the hardest. That was not options. That was not options. We're going to go to options. We're going to make sure I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. There it is. Game difficulty of 8, okay? All right. Cool. All right, so there we go. Game speed 2. That's the default. Okay. So we're going to get started. I'm going to give a little bit of an intro to what we're doing, okay? Now, hold on, because, guys, a giant tip just came in. Are you kidding me? Look at this. I just received a $200 tip. Oh, my God. Guess who it's from. Take a wild guess who the tip is from. Can you guess? Obviously, it's from Jinx. It's a $200 tip. So we're gonna do. We haven't even seen the $200 tip animation in like ages. So there it is. Okay. $200. Thank you so much, Jinx, for that. I appreciate that very much. Now, holy moly. So we're at 637. Obviously, what I can do, I can take one shot. There's no way I'm taking two right now. Plus, I should definitely probably have some food in me before I'm taking 5-6 shots on a stream. I'm just saying it's probably a bad idea. All right. So let's take one shot now. Let's play some Street Fighter. All right. And by the way, Jinx said, here's what he said. If I do $200, will you take a double shot? No. I don't think I should take a double shot now regardless. I think we're going to do a single shot, and then we're going to play some games, and then we're going to do another shot after. Again, I have to pace myself and not get sloshed on the stream. That's the whole point. I have to do a whole lengthy stream for you guys today. I can't be going over the top crazy drunk here. All right? So we're going to do a single shot. I'll try to do my run in Super Turbo, and then I'll probably do another shot after. And like I said, I'm sure pretty soon Kat will be making the first recipe from the cookbook. And once the recipe is done, I will taste that live. We'll do that taste test. When I get some food in me, then I'll feel comfortable taking even more shots, okay? By the way, in the meantime, I received another $20 tip from 1 Minute Man. Thank you so much, 1 Minute Man, for your daily support of all of my content. That is very much appreciated. Let's do the $20 animation for 1 Minute Man, add that to the running total. This is obviously an amazing day so far. Even if Jinx had not done his tips, all right? At this point, we would still be, like, at around roughly $200 in tips. So, pretty amazing. Thank you, Jinx, obviously, for the tips. Thank you, everyone else, for your tips. Thank you for the super chats, which are over $100. Oh, wait a minute. We're over 200 likes. Do you know what that means? Not the Level 1 podcast intro. It means we have to do another bubble blow before I can even start. Hold on.
Guys, you know what that means? We've got a full house. As soon as he blows those bubbles, we've got a full house.
That's right. We have to do another bubble blow. This music is great. It's relaxing. Okay. You guys want it? They want it. They want a double bubble blow. A double bubble blow. All right. Thank you for the support today, everyone. Did you ever see Ryu with guns akimbo blowing bubbles on a tree? Yeah! That's what you get on DSP Gaming right there. The bubble juice is doing pretty good for me going crazy with these bubble guns this week.
Okay, I don't care about the fucking event anymore. We have a full house. We needed 4 free spaces and we got 4 free spaces because Phil had 200 likes and the free spaces double up. So 200 likes from Phil meant 2 free spaces, 100 likes here, and also Phil burped 11 times. So, we have a full house. We have made it 3 bingo streams in a row with a goddamn full house. So, please bear with me here. You guys have won again. I'm going to go bankrupt on a straight. That's great. Hold on, let me check something. I need to get it set up, guys. Actually, I am going to play for you the intro that Pixar Animations made while I get set up. So don't go anywhere, right? Do not go anywhere. Enjoy this amazing wee intro, and I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I just need to get everything set up, okay? But you guys enjoy this wee intro that Pixar Animations made. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is where we determine to pick a winner. I had to update the list. There's 4 new names to add from the comment section, which is why that's what I was doing. So I want to briefly explain something, okay? I have Jasper's Angels on here 4 times. I feel I wanted to increase their odds of winning potentially, the bingo prize. So that's why they've done 4 times. Aside from that though, there is 161 of you guys as well on here. So it's not as if they've got, their odds have increased, of course, but come on, it's still quite fucking slim compared to getting, So I wasn't sure. I mean, I was tempted to fucking throw a name on more and more, but I didn't want to fucking take the piss, But yeah, I want to give it a fair chance as well, because Jasper's Angels is charity, But yeah. So, I've added all the names. I'm going to spin the wheel, but I'm going to shuffle it first, of course. I'm going to shuffle this bastard. Shuffle it more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And remember, if you want your name to be added as a potential winner, leave a comment in the community post that I have in the description of the stream. There you fucking go. So, with all that being said, let's spin this bastard and see who gets to fucking win more money from me. I'm going to need to sell a kidney. That creepy little bastard won. Of course, it's not the real fucking Derek, of course. It is, of course, it is an impersonator. Somebody that makes fun of Derek. I don't know if Derek's available right now, if I hear right now. Derek, 2nd of Coomland, you have won the bingo. Yeah, the champ is here. I'm not sure if they're actually fucking here right now, but I'll get in touch with them and I will let them know that they have won the bingo prize. Brad Burnian's asking, is that me below them? Now, below Derek was Bill Brasky. So Bill Brasky almost won it, but Derek beat him to it. So there you go. But yeah, well done to Derek, 2nd of Coomland, for winning the bingo for today. 3 in a row. We have won bingo 3 times. This is officially our streak. We can, tomorrow will be Monday and we're going for 4 in a row. How the hell are we suddenly winning fucking multiple bingos in a goddamn row? Is Phil really becoming that predictable? Is he really becoming that goddamn predictable now? Because of the money high, the money buff, perhaps? Because maybe he's just maybe he's gonna lose all that kind of all his inhibitions because of the money. So he fucking says all the usual shit and does all the usual shit, and so we'll just fucking commit and say it. Who knows? Anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap things up there. You know what I mean? Thank you very much for being here today. I really hope everyone had a good time, and I'll be back tomorrow for some more bingo fun and antics, of course. And we'll see if we can make it 4 in a row. If I can support the streak, no shit, the bingo winning streak. People take money off me, hurry. But yeah, I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more bingo fun and games. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, how you want to spend it. Thank you for being here. I really hope you had a good time. I know it's not easy to endure Phil and his nonsense crap, but yeah, you guys certainly help get me through it, that's what I'm sure. And I hope the bingo helps you guys get through it as well. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more bingo fun and games. Until then, have a good one. I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money. and it's gone, just gone like that in an instant.